Hey guys, what's up? 4 dislikes already. Oh, this is kind of an impromptu little stream I'm doing here. I really never did a formal Q&A session like ever before, so I kind of figured now would be a good time to start. And yeah, anything you'd like to say? Because now I've just ran out of things to say, and it's kind of awkward.
You make cookies.
Oh, that's right. As I stuffed them into my fucking face, I made cookies.
In your pie hole.
Yeah, stuff the cookies into my pie hole. Oh my god, I'm on another laptop over there.
You're lagging.
I'm lagging?
People are wanting you to do the Democratic debate. No.
Do I want to react to the Democratic debate? No, I'd rather throw a brick through the TV. That'd be my reaction, actually. I'd just throw a fucking a brick through the TV because, I really want to see the debates of people who are kind of responsible for government shutdowns. Yeah. Thanks.
Or like the Black Veiled Bride's reaction. We already had that with a teenager in a store.
Oh, no, that was blood on the dance floor. Wow. Basically, yeah. Basically what happened was there was...
Same difference.
Yeah, we were in a record store out here, like a legit record store. And there was this young girl. She was like 14 or 15. She was following Becky and I around. And then she stopped following her, my fiance. She started following me around when I went to go look at some death metal CDs. And, she's like begging her mom to buy, like her grandma or somebody. Like she was begging her to buy a Blood on the Dance Floor CD. So my fucking fiance goes over after I tell her about overhearing this convo and totally rats out to her grandma like what Blood on the Dance Floor is about. But if I was to do a reaction to Black Veil Brides, it's not going to be pleasant. I'm not a 100% fan. I can understand like they have talented musicians in the band like as musicians, but it's just the music they create I can't get into. I don't understand like the whole modern throwback to stuff like Motley Crue and shit. I don't get it. Because that's what they do with the look, and that's what they attempt to do with the sound. But then they just sound like a million other bands out there. Like that one that Ronnie Radke, or whatever the fuck his name is, They sound like his band with less annoying voice, It's all the same shit to me. So if I have something to say about Falling in Reverse, I'm probably going to say the same shit about... Black Veil Brides, because to me, from my jaded generation of fuckers that listen to nothing but Korn and Limp Bizkit and old people music, because I'm a jaded old fuck, I don't know the refreshing sonic nectar that is today's music.
I don't think Hurricane Schwartz was on our side of the country.
Hurricane Schwartz, I don't believe so, was at all. I believe is you wanting to drink this one or the blue one?
I have already been drinking the blue one.
Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. I should do that in my Cockney voice. Hey, you fuck it. You drink your fucking blue.
I think Schwartz is Atlantic. I mean, if it's the Pacific. Wow, that's really bad, and I'm really good at...
They don't get hurricanes out on that side of the country.
They're called technically typhoons.
They're more like a typhoon. I've never ever been in one. Like every time it gets to be like a moderate rain in Nevada, everybody fucking shat their pants. Of course, this year has been a very wet year for Nevada, apparently. So
we're far enough inland, and it really doesn't affect us. I'm sorry, I'm eating a cookie.
By the way, everybody can hear Becky well? If not, just let us know, because we're sitting in the she's sitting in the comments, refreshing for questions and all that. Oh, that's right, my stupid ass. I have a Q&A button in here. Hooray! No, I should probably turn it on because it's a Q&A. What else are people saying?
What are your theological beliefs?
Really, my theological beliefs, like I more, as you can probably tell, I'm more of a Satanist. And the reason being is it just makes more sense to me. I was raised a Christian. I was raised a Lutheran. And one of the things that really just bothers the shit out of me about that is that there's no room to question anything in that. It's just like, well, this is the right way. Okay, this is the way you always should be. This is where your morality needs to derive from. And that was as I was younger, I would read the Bible, and this is kind of what drives a lot of people into atheism. Is it just doesn't make any fucking sense, But for me, I can never do the whole atheism thing. It just doesn't. For me, it just doesn't sit. What the fuck? Oh, that's right. We have kitsune masks. Saw that in the corner. I'm like, ah, the devil is real. And there it is. Anyway. What? It's a god of mischief.
God of mischief.
But for me, it's just like that sits better with me because it's just like when you look at the ethics that are in the Bible, they're grotesque ethics. They're like, fuck you for being who you want to be or living how you want to live. You know, it's a dogmatic set of laws in my opinion. Whereas, you know, stuff like something is like Satanism is more humanist in that sense, where it caters more to the shit human beings fucking do. You're not going to have to live your life racked with guilt, for example, if you fall through the trappings of just being a human being. You know, we all get into our problems. Like a lot of the stuff I've talked about in my videos, for example, as a Christian, I should be fucking whipping myself on the back and shit and Hail Marying forever and all that shit. It's just, you know, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. That's theologically what I believe. I hadn't been very open about it. I've been, you know, I've been following it for like at least the last 3 years now and such. I know I admitted in a lot of previous videos I was a Christian, but I just fucking...
Rambling.
I'm not rambling.
Yeah, you are.
Shh. I'm not rambling.
He's being a rambling man.
I'm a rambling man. All right, that's it. Anyway, moving along, because I could go on that shit forever.
Now, granted, I'll say this. He may believe in all the hullabaloo and want to follow
the hullabaloo.
I call it that because, no offense, I'm like not sold on a lot of these things, and that's why I'm agnostic. And even though we have our heated debates, it just kind of like we meet
in the middle, you know. We find a way to meet in the middle a little bit.
I'm more analytical about things. I like to look at it from a historical.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I did not just jump into this. You know, I did not.
Well, no, I know that. I'm just saying I'm one of those people that's just kind of a historical kind of view person. And
yeah.
I kind of studied world history.
When it comes to the subject of theology, you're pretty well versed in that.
Not 100%, because I never learned all the religions, but I took anthropology. I took history.
You're not going to boast about having a PhD in it because that really doesn't matter.
I couldn't get a PhD in that shit. I would just be driven insane because there's too much ifs, whats, could change. And
it doesn't matter all at the same time.
Well, it's an ever-changing science because they're ever finding out new information that makes a difference.
Yeah.
13 skulls that they thought were 13 different types of species actually ended up being all one species. It's just different derivative of the same species. So, anyways, sorry.
All right. Next question. I know she showed us some book in the live stream, but it was kind of rushed. What are some of both of your favorite books and why? Also, will you post some of your own book for us to read, Stevie, because you've been really selling me on it? I'm going to try to share maybe a couple more chapters of my book. I don't want to really share too much out of it because... well, to be honest, I don't want to give the whole thing away. But, yeah, in the future, actually, you know what? Maybe you guys will get lucky, and maybe tomorrow I'll share a little bit more. I won't want to also share too much because, well, I kind of need to write more in it. But here's the books that she was showing off.
The School of Good and Evil. This guy's he's got only a 3-book series, but I really love it. It's well done. It's not your typical fairy tale type story.
It's a good book series.
It's very unique in the way that it's done.
The way that they're trying to sell it is for kids, and I actually picked this motherfucker up and read it, and I love it.
I ignored him for about a week reading it. And then the next one, for the guys, if they don't want something that's kind of got cutesy romance in it, this one does have a little bit of romance, but not that bad. This one's a really good one. It's
The Electric Church, not the... No, it says The Electric Church by Jeff Summers. Can't read that shit backwards.
I really want his stuff to be made into a movie because it is really
If you like cyberpunk stuff, like look that book up and read it because it's awesome. And Brave Story here.
Brave Story is really great. It was very popular in Japan when it came out. It's not always widely sold in stores, but it is a very good book. And then there's the last book, In the Miso Soup. I don't know where it is.
In the Miso Soup is also a very good book.
It is made by a writer, you'll sometimes have to special order his stuff.
I don't think they can hear you that far away because I don't have the gain set up that high.
This guy, this writer basically writes in the miso soup. It really talks about, the other book talks about the Japanese subcultural life within the red light district and a series of murders that are going on. And you follow the...
It's a little bit like Tokyo Godfathers in that sense.
No, not anything like that. It's
I was going to say, that anime was fucked up.
you follow this guy who's giving an American a tour around the sex district of Tokyo.
Oh,
and he ends up... They talk about all the different bars and stuff like that, and then he ends up having these weird coincidences between the American, who is very off-kilter in the way that he acts, and all of a sudden these murders, and the stained money and everything else like that. So I really am a fanatic when it comes to reading. I would say my favorite author of all times, though, is Ray Bradbury.
Yes. Oh, This is why I'm marrying you, because you have amazing taste. And you're beautiful.
I think books are important.
Oh my God, you have no idea. You're almost becoming a commodity in this world because people don't want to fucking take the time to read anymore.
Well, that's kind of why I don't like Onion's book, because it really isn't developed. And I want something that's intuitive and that really draws me in. Yeah.
One of my favorite authors is Dean Koontz. This is actually one of my favorite books of his. It's called Soul Survivor. Basically, this book is about a journalist whose wife and child unfortunately perished in a plane crash. So he thinks. And basically, he keeps seeing them alive every so often. And he meets a person who basically claims to be another survivor of this crash. And it sounds weird. It's a very intriguing story. Another good book by Dean Koontz is Midnight. And actually, that book influenced me to start writing my own stuff. When I read that book, I was about 15. I swear to God, I had never been more just into a story in my life before that moment. This was just like, for me at the time, it was nuts. A lot of the stuff he put in the book, like he basically like predicted shit like Facebook and social networking and stuff like way back in the 80s before like anything like that existed. So when writers do that, it's really interesting to read. Ray Bradbury, another favorite writer of mine. Philip K. Dick is also another favorite writer of mine. And so is Neil Gaiman. I think his stuff is very good, especially the Sandman series and all that. He's an amazingly intelligent human being, I think.
This book, if you get a chance to check it out at your local comic book store,
I Kill Giants.
It's really good read. They're also talking about making it into a movie very soon.
Oh, hell yes.
I've had this book. I bought like 2 copies of it. And it's really well drawn. It's got great artwork in it. It's got a great plot line. It's a female character as the main character. So
suck it, Sarkeesian. Oh.
But no, it's really well drawn and has a great storyline, and it has a very good twist at the end. I think most people would enjoy reading, but I recommend this book because it doesn't get a lot of attention since it's not a big name author or anything else like that. So I would recommend going and find I Kill Giants.
It's a really good book. It's a very good book. Now, next question.
It'll give you the feels.
Yeah, it probably will. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm sure it will. Do you enjoy the White Stripes? Yes and no. It really depends on the song, to be honest. I Fell in Love with a Girl. I like Seven Nation Army. I like the singles and shit, to be really honest. I guess it's like the reason they're singles is because they're the most accessible songs that Jack White puts together. It's nothing against the White Stripes, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to get into his music. Will you ever publish the story you're working on? If so, will you be self-publishing or going through a writing company? Potentially both, to be really honest. Self-publishing, there really is nothing wrong in and of itself to do self-publishing for writers that are independent and have never really done the whole going to a syndicated publisher before. That sort of thing can really be intimidating. So self-publishing is what I'm looking into right now because it kind of opens up a market to me that wouldn't be opened up any other way, really.
That, and you don't have to put down money first.
Yeah, no. like put down money for them to give me then like a $3,000 to $5,000 advance for like promoting and stuff. Like they'll give me that money to create promotional stuff to then sell the book. But the thing is, then you got to make all that money back in book sales, you know. So, and
to answer, some people are answering in the comment section. Zeal's question on Japanese culture and folklore.
Yeah,
I'm pretty knowledgeable on Japanese folklore and history because that's one of my favorite things. So I like anime, but not to the same extent that most people like it nowadays. But I more like the culture and the history behind it and all the understanding, the back part of it that most people don't really get into. I love, the sword makers. I love hearing about how the shogunate period was going on. A lot of the mythology is very interesting and very well articulated. And I love their artwork. They're very unique, especially the woodblock, which is very complicated. So, I mean, to me, I love the culture more so than I love its pop culture. I think it's pop culture.
It's like what you were saying about the Bonadori Festival out here, where it's a festival that's supposed to commemorate the memory of the Hiroshima bombing and such. It's really more of a festival about Japanese culture and kind of a memorial to that event. And after a few years, people just started showing up in like anime and cosplay shit because they don't get what the fuck it's about, because they didn't bother to sit there for like 10 seconds and like, look, this isn't like an anime festival that takes place in Center City, Charlotte, motherfuckers. This is a memorial. People are needing to account for like hundreds of thousands of people that got killed in a fucked up event. Okay. I mean, yes, it's a glorification of the Japanese culture. And in modern times, anime is become part of that culture, but it's not what it's all about. And what you had to say about it really struck a chord with me, because when I saw
it's becoming more about anime and stuff like that at the festival, because that's what's generating money for the festival.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I saw like the Lolita chicks walking around, I'm like, do they not fucking know what this is about?
Well, most people don't know what most of these festivals are about. So Bonadori is basically their version of Day of the Dead for the Japanese. Mm-hmm. You usually make lanterns. Dia de los Muertos. They make lanterns and send them down the rivers in order for their loved ones to find their way to heaven or to home. And so when they kind of made this day in commemorance of that and built a very big memorial based off of the bombing. So it from what I've studied, that's what I've gathered a lot about it. The thing is a lot of people, when they get into the anime culture, they see anime and that's all they kind of get as far as the surface level. It's like you get
pick a waifu.
Really. And they get to a surface level and don't go further below that. And there's a beautiful culture there, just like I love Irish culture, and I love the Scottish.
Well, you're Irish, so of course you would.
Well, I love Scottish, and I love a lot of the European countries because they have a lot of depth to them.
You love German culture?
I love their beer. I'm joking.
Well,
yes, I do love their culture.
Except for that whole period in the 40s where you guys were being fucking huge assholes to Polish people. That one. Oh. Let's see, the next question. Oh, I think I have to hit select on these. So I'm going to try that because it says select. Selecting question. Currently answering. Do you think that Onision will be immature and try to take advantage of people for the rest of his life? I'd say yes, but I'd like to know your opinion. Well, obviously. I mean, he's so emotionally stunted. This is how he's gotten through life for years. It's almost like a coping mechanism for him. He has no other idea of how to live unless it's vicariously through another person by manipulating them. He's a classic narcissistic personality disorder case.
I think people misunderstood when I said last time that
I don't... Well, you can keep talking. Yeah. I'm just going to move this over
slightly. I don't think
that
he's like 100% attractive or anything like that. I'm saying that what I was trying to be very delicate in my wording is that I think when people see somebody
conventionally attractive.
Well, you know how like
commercially attractive. Like how they pick guys for clothing ads and such.
Yeah, it's basically when somebody sees somebody repetitively in a way that they can't interact with them or touch them, they kind of get you know, they kind of want to get that closeness to them because they are unattainable, unreachable, and they gain this attractiveness.
Yeah, it's like what I called the cult of celebrity. You know, they got lots of fucking money and all this other stuff, and that's what these people are attracted to. They're like, oh man, it'd be cool to be that guy and make videos on YouTube and make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. You know, the truth is that ain't reality. I mean, there are actually been people that come to my fan page and stuff, and they message me and they think I make a whole lot of money from doing this. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like 56 cents a view, man, I'm really kicking ass. You know, but, I mean, you make money, but he has like, you know, this perception of life where being like part of that celebrity idealized, iconized fucking thing is worth it. And to me, it's not worth it. You know? Well,
I mean, the thing is the thing is he's very attached to this idea. It fills his world, and it also fills his wife's world. So it's just how it is. As far as, you know, as far as his followers, I know people call Stevie obsessed.
Cat just sneezed.
Did you sneeze? I thought you were sneezy.
She sneezed like a person. He's just like.
She goes. Sneezy. But no, I mean, as far as people calling Stevie obsessive, all right, I really have to address this.
I love that fucking obsessed.
You're obsessed because you mentioned him. Okay, so then let's not talk about rape or sexism.
Yeah, let's not talk about any of these other fucking issues, because then I'm obsessed. You know, I made a bunch of videos about that McCamey Manor place. I'm fucking obsessed. I mean, videos about
there's a difference between obsession and awareness.
Yeah.
What the government does, like with trying to build awareness in the public about things that are going on in the world, to an extent, you know, some of it's edited, but they build an awareness. See something, say something. Well, with Stevie, he sees something that is wrong, and therefore he is saying something.
Yeah.
That's building an awareness.
See something, say something. You see those like posters on buses every so often, you know?
It's important.
And in airports and shit now.
Well, I mean, it's important now because it's like saying, you know, without saying see something, say something, what do you expect to make changes? You can't say, you know, rape is bad and then not say anything or make changes to try and change that, you know, people from getting raped. You don't want people getting raped. So you got to make the changes. You got to enact things to make that change or happen.
And by doing that, you're not being obsessed about an issue. You're being the person that's bringing an awareness to it.
It's like you wouldn't call rain an obsession. You would say that's an awareness program.
Yeah, it is. It definitely.
And so if people don't say things about...
Well, and it goes both ways, too. You can't forget that, because there are these fucking rabid SJWs who are obsessed, but really there's a different level to what it is that they're trying to accomplish. They're trying to accomplish making the world suit their worldview. You know, they want to enforce that on it, so that doesn't work. Then
there's fact-based, and then there's
just delusion.
No, there's fact-based, and then there's just emotion.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of, like, even what Onision does is it's based off of his emotional impulse.
I love the fact that in his recent video, too, he had the balls to call me an SJW. Like, the motherfucker is the most gigantic SJW in the universe. He's like, well, they're Tumblr social justice warriors. Motherfucker, you just like admitted like 1,000,000 times that you're an activist for everything. Are you not a fucking SJW yourself? Stupid. But yes, let's not focus the whole thing on Onion Boy. Otherwise, I'll have to do like a Q&A stream again, which I do want to do, but let's see. Move on to the next question.
Here's a question. Some people are not able to post it in there, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't always post every single one. Let me turn my phone down. What's the question?
Somebody posted thoughts on Mr. Repsion collaborating with Shane Dawson and Trisha Paytas.
I don't know who the Trisha person is, but if he collaborates with Shane Dawson, I hope to God, and I've got fingers crossed, so Shane Dawson can finally have the balls to shit on Onion. Yeah, I like I said a minute ago, I don't want to make the whole thing about him, but please, dude, like, you need to do it eventually. I mean, you know, the whole on and off again bullshit friendship he has with Shane is just so stupid. It's like, dude, he wants to call him a faggot at one moment, pardon the word, but he does. And then the next moment he wants to pretend he's his fucking friend. It's like, make up your mind. Do you hate him or do you want to put your penis in and around his mouth?
I think it's a matter of, like,
Stupid.
Repsion is a
Attention whore.
No, I think it's a matter of Repsion is the most public figure, so might as well give one of the guys that is a bigger public figure.
Yeah, if that's what's going on, but from what I understand, it's going to be like a regular video, like some comedy shit or whatever. You know?
That don't make any sense.
Thoughts on Razor Fist? I don't know what Razor Fist is, unfortunately. I really don't. There was one in here that I did want to answer.
Your face.
Let's see. If Anita had... Okay, let me get this one up. Select... Okay. If Anita had a functioning brain, do you think her Feminist Frequency series would have been at least tolerable? Tolerable? No, because what she's trying to accomplish actually requires a lot of brains, but it's the sense that it's taking advantage of a lot of stupid people. From what I've been able to procure and understanding from following this shit for way too long, I know I haven't done a lot of videos on it, but basically what I think is going on with people like Anita Sarkeesian, and especially with the Zoe Quinn and the whole Gamergate thing, is what these motherfuckers want is to just generate a huge propaganda campaign to get what they want. What they want is an idealized, soft-ass world where nobody questions anything, nobody offends anybody, everything is just this big, whiny, fucking, I get what I want festival. So that's basically kind of the propaganda that drives what Anita Sarkeesian is ultimately trying to accomplish. She knows, oops, almost knocked that over. Don't want to do that. She knows that by getting on the video games and all this other bullshit because they're pop culture things, she can get her message out there. If it was attached to anything else, to just feminism in and of itself, you know fucking right away that she's just a nutcase who has an agenda. But there are a lot of other people out there who have a kind of a similar agenda, so they've attached to it. So really, to get it to the level that Sarkeesian did, she really actually has some brains, but she's just fucking applying them in a piss poor fucking way that I can't get behind. Like when she went up to the UN thing with Zoe Quinn to go get this cyber violence thing pushed so that you can censor certain behaviors on the internet. All I thought right up
censoring free speech.
No, what I thought, it was right off the bat. I'm like, okay, so you want to limit people's ability to question what you're doing. So then you can take that legislature and apply all the people who are going against it and violating it and say, you don't want to be like these awful people. It was just they were trying to create propaganda through potential legislation, you know, which is bullshit. That's not what the fucking UN is for. And then I find out later it's not even a real UN. It was like some mock feminist fucking bullshit UN or something like that.
All I have to say about that, it's okay to have girl power, but don't infringe on other people's rights.
Spice Girl power.
Well, no, just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you can mistreat the opposite sex or any type of...
Misandry fucking exists. I don't give a shit what fucking radical feminists want to say. Misandry fucking exists, and it's bullshit, because if you want to bitch about men being misogynists, you better fucking be able to take the heat when they say that a lot of these people can be misandrists as well.
Well, it goes both ways. You cannot have a double standard society. That's why I'm kind of like... I believe in old feminism, but I don't believe in modern context in the way that it's going online. I really don't like it, nor do I really follow it anymore. But my thing is, you can be a woman, you can be strong, but you don't have to trample on everybody else just to get what you want. You can earn it, and you can work towards it. Now, yes, there is a lot of bad things that happen to women. I get them at work sometimes with people who are dicks, but that's part of life, and you gotta move on.
Sexual harassment, panda.
Well, yeah, I've been sexually harassed at work, but you know what? I'll take it to the right channels. If I try to get fired, I make lists of things and stuff. Like, if you're suffering from sexual harassment at work and stuff like that, I would suggest that you basically keep track of what's being said at what date and time in a book, and then take it to HR. If HR tries to go back at you, you have something to take to a lawyer at that point. But don't use it to be vindictive, because then you hurt those that are actually being sexually harassed. And sometimes just roll with the punches, because you're not going to change everybody and you're not going to change every heart. You can, just brush it off. You're stronger than that. Don't worry about it. That's how I feel about it, because that's how I deal with a lot of problems. That was their 10-second adventure into just saying whatever the fuck they wanted to say. That's it.
Yeah, because you even admit you get catcalled at work and all that.
I've been catcalled at work, and you know what?
I mean, with what you do, it's hard to fucking avoid it. I mean, dealing with that many people on a daily basis is gonna fucking happen.
Well, last time a guy catcalled me, I just waved and smiled and walked off. You know why? Because I just really don't care. That's a 10-second adventure in my world that I'm not gonna think of it twice.
Boobies.
No, it's not that. I mean, I have a lot of guy friends at work, and I have a lot of female friends at work. The thing is,
we're gonna have to get divorced then. You know, men.
Oh, I know other men. Oh, don't even go in my work.
We're not even married yet. We have to get divorced. Oh.
No, the thing is like I really don't care. I just kind of let it slide off my shoulder and don't really bother me. I kind of laugh at it because, you know, that's the thing. These people are only in your life for maybe a few moments and then they're gone. And you can't let it all affect you inside. I've been bullied enough times in my life to know I don't really care anymore. I believe in karma, though. Karma's a bitch. One of my bullies got his balls cut off in a car accident.
Yeah, karma is a motherfucker. A lot of the people that were fucking me over in Vegas are now utterly doing goddamn nothing now. You know, they're just piles of wasted fucking potential. And they can get mad at me for saying this, but, you know, I told you so doesn't even apply. You know, you fuck someone over, you get fucked back. And it's life that usually fucks you.
That's why I'm one of those people that I don't like to fight people. And I like to let life kind of take its course on its own. Like even with a lot of women that tend to hit on Stevie, even though they know he's in a relationship, I just kind of...
Which happens a lot.
They don't even know that sometimes they talk to me. And sometimes I will listen to other people because I know that maybe they just need an ear to listen. Which
happened recently. I'm not going to name names, but somebody was going through some issues and, you know, they came to me about it. And, you know, I gave my messenger to Becky because I didn't know what kind of advice to give, you know.
She was heading down a wrong path and she didn't really want to head down. And she kept saying that. And she was a good person. She just unfortunately had a very bad moment in her life and she didn't know how to handle it.
Which I know all about those sort of things.
And she was giving into some weakness. And when we talked, I said, you're not a bad person. You don't know what's going on and you feel hurt and broken or trying to find the best place to have an outlet for it because you feel nobody's listening to you. And I don't mind that because this is a genuine person going through a struggle. They're hurting inside. They don't know what to do. They're thinking that maybe an attachment elsewhere might help. And when I said, no, I'll listen to you, they were thankful because they didn't want to go down that wrong path. They were already questioning it, and I could see that. And I have a lot of respect for her because she was scared. That's okay. But people who are like, they don't care that he's in a relationship and just want to do things, that's wrong. Because if he was to cheat on me, what makes you think he won't cheat on you?
Yeah.
Or if you cheat on your spouse, that you wouldn't cheat on the next person.
And like I was telling you the other night, I mean, like, I'm not the only person that notices this, but once you get to a certain number of subscribers and stuff, people kind of really come out of the woodwork in ways they wouldn't have in previous numbers. It's weird. You know, it's like the whole fame thing on YouTube. I never understood because like I don't look at myself that way. I don't want people to like iconize me. I don't want them to like, you know, I don't mind if somebody like looks up to what it is that I do, but I'm not like an idol. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Somebody asked if we read Anne Rice.
We read Anne Rice. Well, you can smoke weed and read Anne Rice, and then you got a hell of a book experience. I've read some of the old Anne Rice books before she did vampire novels, and goddamn, that was a raunchy lady. Holy shit.
Well, she's back to the raunchy ones.
But yeah, I noticed. Her books got very horny again. Holy God.
I like everything up to Queen of the Damned, and then I really haven't touched a new book since. I liked her books a lot when I was in high school. I read a lot of them. I had a big first 3 books of it. I'm not a huge Stephen King fan because he kind of irritates me.
How dare you? No, I'm kidding. Why don't you like Stephen King?
Because I think he reiterates certain things. He's very detail-oriented, and it's not like Lord of the Rings kind of detail-oriented where it's setting a scene and painting a picture. Stephen King is sometimes like...
gaudy.
In the Green Mile, every 100 pages, I'm hearing about the groin infection. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Stop with the groin infection. I know
By the way, did I mention he had syphilis? God damn it, dude.
Like,
fuck off.
He mentions, like, after talking about, and I'm sorry if this gives away at the very beginning, but he talks about how the one of the guys was fucking one of the slaves and was caught with his pants down.
Oh, Thomas Jefferson.
No. And then also he goes, there it goes again. I'm having an itch really bad and I can't piss worth of crap because of my groin infection. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Just get on with the fuck. Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorites. A Telltale Heart, and I think it's A Telltale Heart is the one where the guy's underneath the floorboard.
And he hears the heart and stuff.
Yeah, because he murdered somebody and threw him under that.
That's a classic story, but that is just like the best story of your conscience fucking with you.
Amontillado, is that what it's called? That's a good one. That's one of my favorites, where he walls up the guy in Louisiana during the Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, well, I call it Fat Tuesday. It's basically Mardi Gras. There you go. Sorry.
Thoughts on the Hulk Hogan controversy? To be really honest, I don't know much about it other than.
I know about this.
What did he do now?
What the guys were talking about at work. They were talking about.
Because I heard he went to court or something recently.
Yeah, because what happened was
That goes to show you how much I follow wrestling anymore.
He dropped the N-word, and
that was like 30 years ago.
They decided to erase him out of everything WWE.
I thought they just took him off the website.
No, they took him off of everything. They stripped him of everything.
Oh.
And so
MD I was talking to the other night said it was just out of the website. Man, that's fucked up.
No, what I heard was everything that he got stripped of, and that they were going to try and eliminate him from videos and other things like that, and the whole history of it. And I'm like, that's kind of. I mean, the guy who apparently runs it has said the N-word more times and other derogatory terms.
Dude, when fucking Hulk Hogan was going through his goddamn divorce, you know what? He was on Howard Stern, and he was talking about, like, how him and Jesse Ventura used to do, like, Quaaludes and smoke all kinds of weed and shit and do coke, like maniacs and shit, you know, behind the fucking scenes at their wrestling matches. It's a well-known fact. The wrestlers are not perfect fucking people and all that shit. Trust me.
Well, it was
not every one of them.
It was a specific episode where he does that, and I think there was the one black guy wrestler that was in there. He said it in front of him, and he got really embarrassed by it.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Booker T when he's like, "I'm gonna get you," and he says it. And then there's this big guy in the back with his arms folded, looking all tough. And right when he drops it, the guy in the back goes, "Oh."
Yeah. Well, Booker T did that.
I love that. It's
apparently, what Booker T said is he really didn't get that offended because they joke like
that. Yeah, it's just I remember that. That was like the funniest fucking video ever because I saw that on TV and I'm like, holy shit! He just went like completely BTFO.
I'm surprised I knew that and you didn't.
I knew about that. I just didn't remember the guy's name. I watched friggin' Mick Foley get his ass thrown off a fucking steel cage into a table. I watched that happen when it happened.
The spit flew.
I know. I saw that. The spit flew.
All right. Next question.
Let's see. I know. I'm looking for other questions. What cliches do you hate and love to see in anime? I'll let you go first because you're a little more versed in that.
Well, I haven't watched any of the newer stuff, but I've gone more back to manga than anything else. Mostly, I hate that it's becoming copycat stuff. Like it's the same stuff made over and over and over again.
The same romance lines and shit.
Well, like I like Sword Art Online's concept, but there's Half Prince, which is on a scanlated manga that's the same exact concept, just wasn't put into an anime. Then there's Dot Hack Sign, which is very similar. I know it's different. I know the whole
fucking
plot
Dot Hack was great.
Dot Hack Sign is very much the same as that. Then you've got Monster Hunter, which is a very similar concept as that. I mean, that's a very well-known concept within the anime pop culture and stuff like that. I just wish they would become more original instead of sort of like what American movies are doing, the same junk over and over and over again, and stop trying to make it as kitsch as possible. I miss the guy who used to do Tokyo Godfathers and Miss, Perfect
Oh
Blue.
yeah, Perfect Blue was great. We watched that.
Millennium Actress, all by the same guy. And God rest his soul, he passed away of a heart attack at age 46. But my thing is I want to go back to like some of the older stuff that had a very unique dialogue and content that really made you think.
That's kind of what I don't like about current anime, actually, is because it's current, but okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find something.
Okay, it's current, but it's trying to be old school. Like with Attack on Titan, I actually really did like the show for a while. Now I've kind of lost a lot of interest in it and all that shit. And the live-action Attack on Titan movie, by the way, fucking sucks. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. It was about as shitty as the goddamn Dragon Ball Z movie to me. Call me a fucking heretic, I don't care. But I don't like this like trying to be retro. It's just like be your own thing. You're never gonna do the next Macross. Okay, you're never gonna be what?
I missed that.
I miss Macross as well. Actually, when you get back in here, show off the Macross that we have. We have a legit Macross fucking fighter jet. Like, you cannot fucking find this thing anymore. Like, in fact, actually, I've got an Evangelion model up there that's the one of Ray's units, the yellow one. And I bought it from a store that used to be open out here called Retro Reboot. And it's not open anymore, so I can admit that this guy had no fucking idea how like valuable some of the shit in his stock selection was. Like this model, it goes anywhere from like $300 to $600 on eBay. He was selling for $50. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to get off my hands. I'm like, okay, I'll just I'll buy a stack. Like if any of you remember that one picture on my Facebook fan page where I'm carrying like the stack of them out. Yeah, that didn't cost me more than like $80. And I'm just like, I'm walking out of here with like over $1,000 in Avas. He has no clue. Like the other thing I didn't like about that was the stuff that wasn't worth a shit and that was kind of broken was always overpriced. Like he had a couple of Power Ranger Zords because it was like a retro toy shop. He had like a couple of Power Ranger swords that were Zords that were like missing the fucking legs, and he'd sell them at like retail price when they came out. I'm like, dude, it's not even in the box. It's broken. Anyway, what you got?
All right. Oh, shit.
Oh, Metropolis and Memories. Okay. That was a fucked up.
Metropolis is based off an old concept
and
idea. It's based off of the black and white thing, black and white movie that was a silent film back in the day.
Yes, a classic science fiction movie.
Ozuma Tezuka, he's the guy that did basically Astro Boy and a lot of those other older.
And you can really see that in the art style.
Yeah,
like,
you can hold it up closer.
All right, yeah, I'll hold it up. You can really see that Astro Boy stuff really shine through in the art style there.
They had to white that bitch.
Yeah, right.
But no, I think what people are missing is some of the very unique dialogues and storylines.
Notice me, Senpai.
Like this. I really love that movie set. It's a bunch of short anime films. If you ever get a chance, please watch it.
Is this the one?
Memories, where you've got the director of Akira.
Yeah, was this the one that we had though, where the guy was? Yes, the one where the dude had like the stink bomb. You have to watch the short in this one called Stink Bomb. It is the fucking most unintentionally funniest thing ever. At the end, you're like, oh, finally it all came. And then what happens at the end, won't spoil it, happens, you're like, God damn it. Like,
but my thing is like a lot of these animes, like I love Death Note when it first came out, but then it kind of became a repeated mess after a while. It's like Bleach had a good concept, but became repeated. Naruto was good, but it had a repeated mess.
Yeah, you got to cut, basically the way you want to watch.
Got to cut the fat.
Well, what you do when you watch Naruto to get into Shippuden, there's a certain episode, I can't remember what episode it is, but you get to that episode and then just fucking go right from that into Shippuden. Because the rest of it after that point in the regular show is just bullshit fucking filler they made because Cartoon Network told them to make it. It has fucking shit all to do with the show.
I guess like,
I didn't know that, and that's why I hated Naruto after a while.
I guess my thing is I like a lot of classical-based anime, and I like very old. I'm guessing old-fashioned because that's what I was growing up
Retro
on.
anime, the 80s, like Akira. God, that's a classic.
because I think that there was a little more depth to it than a lot of this other stuff that's nowadays, like 3x3 Eyes, Sanjian.
She's really getting me into this one. 3x3 Eyes.
Very freaking bloody.
It's bloody as hell, but this chick in the show is fucking badass.
Basically, if you've seen Elfin Laid, that's basically where it came from.
He tickled the chin. Anyway, sorry.
You know, in classic.
Elfin Lied is also fucking brutal.
Well, that's basically kind of the same concept.
Somebody showed me Ninja Scroll when I was like 12. That person really needs to have the right to be around younger people revoked, because that was like
Bastard is a really good one.
Bastard. You mean Berserk?
No, there's one called Bastard.
Yeah, Berserk was also good.
Berserk was good. Bastard's good.
Yeah, a friend of ours gave me like a full download. Like she gave me, like Chris gave me like a full download of Berserk, and I'm like, watch the show. I'm like, holy fuck! Please make a live action of this and put Jason Momoa in this shit.
I'm a huge Gundam fan too.
Yes.
So. But I'm not.
If the top of our shelf isn't any indication, we have a lot of Gundams up there.
I'm not a Gundam Seed or Destiny. So
fuck Gundam Seed.
I will forever be a fangirl of Gundam Wing. Oh, and here's another one that's not very well known as much anymore, but it was still really fucking hilarious, and it's my favorite besides Those Who Hunt Elves, which is really funny. Slayers.
I've heard of that.
I love Slayers. Lenaverse is my favorite. Shut up!
People are gonna make me. They're gonna make me make you a goddamn channel after this. You know that.
Chrono Crusade is really good, and that was.
She's trying to get me to read more Chrono Crusade. I'm more into Ghost in the Shell, Gundam Wing.
The Chrono Crusade.
I know, I like it. I like the DVD it showed me. It's fucking random as shit.
Well, I have the whole
but I like.
Book series back there.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading through it.
I'm not invested enough. I can't talk about it.
But I like Ghost in the Shell. Escaflowne is another one I like. Wow, what the fuck was the one I watched it years ago? Psychono. That's another one that's kind of old school. Anything that has tech in it, robots blowing shit up, I like that. I like that sort of thing.
All right, you class, John.
All right. If Jesus can walk on water, could he swim on land? Could he butter bread backwards? I don't know. But I don't know what the fuck he could do, because I just don't believe he ever walked on water, because I don't believe any of that fucking shit, to be honest.
Unless he did what Da Vinci did.
Yeah, just put a board under the fucking water and just walked on the board.
No, obviously you've never seen Ever After, the boat shoes.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was the Da Vinci I thought was kind of cool.
I like that Da Vinci.
Well, that's supposedly how he really was, too. I'm like,
he was like a modern man in the old world.
We need to go back in time and get him. Actually, no, we don't, because he would probably have a heart attack if he sees this shitty world we live in. What do you guys think of the bird flu epidemic in Louisiana? There's a bird flu epidemic in Louisiana, apparently.
Oh, I've not heard that.
I haven't heard that either. I mean, there was this fellow that came pounding on our door. He looked like he chewed most of his skin off, and I think he was a zombie, but other than that, we were fine.
Well, just like a lot of people, if you're a hunter, you know that the hoof and mouth disease, there's certain states that have it really bad with their deer.
Wow.
I mean, that happens. You're going to get diseases like that pop up from time to time. You know, that's...
Yeah, you pick one from there. Some of the questions don't show up in my thing.
Well, I've been what brand of eyeliner do you use in I Love Reddit video? You don't use eyeliner.
Yeah, I do. And that wasn't eyeliner. That was just fucking shitty Halloween makeup.
Oh.
There was that one video that Reddit got a hold of where I was dressed up like a fucking dumb shit. I'm like, look at me, I'm fucking evil.
I remember that.
We're hitting autism levels that shouldn't be possible, sir. That's basically the video. No, I wasn't. It wasn't eyeliner of any sort. It was just me in fucking makeup, like, because I'm fucking stupid. You find one?
I'm looking.
Find one! Fine one.
Oh, somebody mentioned Rama 1.5. I still need to see more of that.
Rama 1.5.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to see a lot of it.
Why is it called Rama 1.5? I never ever watched this fucking show. Is there a reason for that?
It's been so long.
You should watch Oh My Goddess.
No, I will never watch that again. I'd rather watch Love Hina, which is much more entertaining. I really loved the artwork, but it was just too much after a while.
I never even really watched the show ever, but the artwork that I've seen from it looks really good. I like the way they draw everything.
It's a great story, but I think it just goes a little too overboard for me. The fandom is great. I liked Tokyo Bubblegum Police back in the day, and then the 2 cat tank girl type things and Birdie the Mighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, every girl's little stupid hot fantasy books were Fuji-Yugi. So
you were telling me about that, and I'm like, oh, you had them days.
That's every little girl's smut. Back in the day. Well, it's because like they didn't.
Do I look like I have a priest collar on? God damn it.
Well, no, I didn't really know what it was.
That was a fucked up joke.
Then,
I apologize.
I really didn't know what it was back then, and it had all the girly love story crap, and I watched it, and then I kind of fell out of loop with it.
When I started watching one of the Armitage movies, and no, it wasn't Armitage, it was Ghost in the Shell the first time, and like she did that thing where she like ripped all her clothes off and tried to pull the top of the tank off. Yeah, that was like a moment.
Battle Angel.
Battle Angel was fucking badass. God, I wish they would have done more with that show. I really liked that show. Oh God,
there's a.
I watched it years ago.
I can't remember the name of it. It's a mecha-based one, and it's it has a song that's dust to dust, ashes to ashes, and it's basically.
Oh God, what the fuck?
It starts with a G, and it was a kick-ass mecha. Like anime that did not get a
like they were a police patrol sort of thing.
Sort of, yeah. That was in like kind of alien territory.
There were 3 movies on it, I think.
I don't remember, but anyways.
Fuck. Now it's gonna fuck with me because I know which one you're goddamn talking about because I watched one of the movies years ago. By the way, if you're talking about mecha and anime and all that stuff, you want to play a really cool game, look up Xenogears for PS1. Holy shit, that was a badass game. If you like that sort of thing. And if you like old ass RPGs that play like shit compared to today's because they're old.
I'm determined to find this now because it was an interesting anime and I don't really think it got enough buzz for
like I know what you're talking about. Every time my brain like fucking gets it, it's just like
it's a really complex name. I know that. That's why I don't think it took off as easily because of its really.
Armitage is like a really good one. I'll answer another question.
You do that.
All right. Hey there, Stevie. Don't you think that the guys from Black Veil Brides might be endorsed by the members of Motley Crue business nowadays? Actually, if that's the case, that's pretty cool. I mean, I could respect that. I mean, I love Vince Neil as a drummer. He's a pretty good drummer, and I've always liked Motley Crue in certain doses. So if they've got some sort of endorsement or anything like that, I guess that would make them somewhat better. I don't know. I said it's not my taste in music. Let's see. I just came across a demo you and the Frost Review did. Was the song ever finished? It was good. Love your videos, says Mark Zark. Like your last name, Zark, because when I used to play Unreal Tournament, there was a modded rifle you could get called the Zark rifle. It was basically a fully automatic sniper, which is fucking badass. That has nothing to do with your question. I just thought I'd throw that out there. That song, however, we never really got around to finishing it because I just ran into way too many fucking things that were keeping me busy at the time. I've tried to go back and actually finish the thing, though. Now, what we did was we found free-to-use music, actually. It was a track that he picked, and then there were lyrics he wrote. What I think I'll do eventually is actually write a guitar, like, chord progression for it, make it an actual song. Because when you're working with something that somebody else wrote as an instrumental, generally it's not actually meant to have a song over it, like lyrics or anything like that. It's just meant to be ambience for like a film project or something like that. So it doesn't have the verse, bridge, chorus, you know what I mean? So it's hard to do that. So that's another reason why it never really got finished. Once I can sit down with an acoustic, put it up to this bad boy, I might actually get around to finishing it, because I like the way the song flowed. I liked how I kind of pulled a melody out of my ass and there it went. Let's see.
I love the Mad costume.
Is the anime you're thinking of Gundam Wing? No. Trust me, I would never forget one like Gundam Wing.
It wasn't Gundam Wing.
I searched up mecha anime.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's got a very complex name. I know that.
Gurren Lagann?
No, not Gurren Lagann.
God damn it.
That's new. I'm gonna find it. You
I don't know why that might compare. Please don't do that. Whew. Oh, that's why it's freezing. It's using fucking Yahoo search. Who the fuck uses Yahoo search? It doesn't find anything. Would you consider yourself a neon icon? Yes. I like neon. Neon's cool colors.
I lost shit.
What'd you do?
I knocked over stuff.
Uh-oh.
I'm being a cat.
Let's see. Thoughts on stinky booty? That's literally a question. If you have a stinky booty, well, you just need to wipe your ass more often.
Why are we getting the weird questions?
Well, they're the ones that are popping up in here. Trust me. They're probably different than that. What are your thoughts on stores like half-price books that throw away video games and music and even comic books just because no one would buy them in a certain amount of time? Well, my thought is that I need to go dumpster diving near places like that, to be honest, because, well, what the fuck am I going to do? Right. Oh, crap, it froze up. I don't know if you heard that. Basically, I just said that my thoughts of places like that are like, just wait around and dumpster dive. If they're going to throw it away anyway, I mean, you can get it for free rather than just pay for it. I think it's really stupid that they throw out stuff like that. I mean, out here, we found a Goodwill that specializes in nothing but computer parts. And we were looking for something like a heat sink or something. We're working on like a project right now. So we needed like a cheap heat sink that you'd put on a CPU, basically. And we ended up finding a fucking Goodwill dedicated straight up to just the computer stuff that they get, which is awesome. And they don't throw anything out.
Gasaraki.
Gasaraki.
Yeah, Gasaraki.
Gasaraki was the one she was thinking of, the robot manga, the mecha.
Yeah, that Gasaraki is, it's got like a very, how do you say it? It's got a very traditional Japanese anime look to its mecha with the kabuki type face and other things like that. It was really weird but very intense. It's like Pat LaBarge and
Pat LaBarge was the fucking one I was trying to think of. That was the one that was stuck in my head. Pat LaBarge was fucking awesome. I loved that. Sorry, I just totally shit on what you were saying. I apologize. Fine, we're getting a divorce, and I'm going to drag it out for like 3 months in videos. Okay. Alimony? No, I'm not a slave.
Yeah, like I said, my taste is very old as far as anime. Like, I'm very 90s and 80s, and that's only because, like...
Style-wise is the best, to be really honest. I like that. And a little bit of the mid-2000s animes.
It's more
a little bit. Like, Witch Hunter Robin is good.
Like I said, it's more substance over style. And, I mean, I found a new anime that I like, and it kind of goes against what I'm saying, but because it's very, very cookie-cutter in the very beginning, but it starts to change. It's Psychic Detective Yakumo.
I like that though.
Oh my god, that guy is awesome. It's this kid who has one red eye and he's able to see the dead souls, and it's very
almost a Tokyo Ghoul, but not quite.
but he's able to see dead souls, and he helps this detective guy out. Well, he kind of gets involved in the very beginning with this girl who needs some help with a problem, and it ends up being about her sister that had died when she was younger. But it's no.
Ah, we're back. Okay. Gotta
It
figure.
was still not
Let's see.
Stop searching shit.
I'm not searching anything. Trust me.
Stop doing things of the things.
My CPU is running pretty hard, but I'm not running anything else.
Yeah, I'm sorry to keep going back to anime. That, I mean, like I said, I used to be into a lot of the more cultural aspects because they put a lot more.
Okay.
Laggity lag.
Yeah, pretty much. It's nuts. Here, let me just nuke Spotify for the time being.
You should have nuked that a long time ago.
I like the music.
I'd nuke it.
I'd nuke me. Would you nuke me? Well, it's not even turning off. Oh no, I can't just like close it like that anymore? Go away. There.
No. Aspect of it, like all that other jazz. What a.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm not a mythical rainbow unicorn that shits out Skittles and rainbows. I'll farts out.
All right. Oh, I was going to answer the last question. I'm stupid. What do I think of the Friday the 13th video game? Well, are you talking about the game where basically you can play like a Jason or something like that? Because I know there's a game that's basically, it's like the game Evolve in the sense where you can either be like a hunter or the hunted. And basically, instead of being a giant monster like in Evolve, you can be basically fucking Jason. Which, if you're talking about the same game, I want to play this fucking game. Okay, you have no idea how long I've waited for either a fucking high-def, next-gen remake of Splatterhouse or a game where basically you could be Jason and just kill dumb teenagers. Because that's fucking great. Let's see. I know this isn't the mecha, and it's not a mecha anime, but what about Guyver? No. We already found the one she was talking about, but Guyver, wow. Honestly, I'm actually surprised that somebody actually knows what the fuck that is. Way old Mark Hamill stuff. If you want to look up something really obscure that Mark Hamill did, if you know him from Star Wars or as the Joker or anything, look up the Guyver. This is a movie he was in, and it was just like bizarre, Super Sentai, fucking insane. Like, I liked it. It was just weird. You got another question over there?
Oh,
No!
I'm doing stuff and things and stuff.
You got other tabs open. How
Shut
dare you? No, I don't need the headphones because I didn't want to feed back. I'm keeping them plugged in so I don't feed back. That's why I had them in the first place anyway. Now I can hear clearly.
Ignoring me with music.
I had it on the background. Now my computer's running a hell of a lot better.
I really don't want to keep answering a lot of Onision questions because I know it's a hot topic, but it's like...
Yeah, it's not really what this is about. Like, I know people are going to ask. There is another question about him in here. I'll answer in a little bit, not right now. But,
it's a matter of, like, yeah, he talks about the guy, and yeah, he debunks the guy, but it's kind of like...
this is just a Q&A about stuff you want to know about us. So...
Well... Hibbity hobber her.
Hibbity her.
Blah, 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 blah.
Too
I
much,
don't
baby.
sound like that. Sorry, I watched Hotel Transylvania too. I liked it.
I like when Dave Chappelle was talking about the vampire being a pimp.
Blackula.
That was a real movie.
I know. It was actually kind of decent movie.
It was a fucking blacks. Well,
no.
The original was called. Those films were called blaxploitation, and I don't really get if they were trying to be like overtly racist as fucking hell, because they were all put together by black people. Yeah. There was like a thing in the 70s, like look up blaxploitation. Basically, it's spelled the way you think of the way it sounds. But like the Cinema Snob reviewed one of those movies called Dolomite. And fucking Futurama parodied it too.
Napa says it's one of the two topics. It's either anime music or, well, I would say it's anime music and Onision so far that we've mostly gotten, and a few book questions. But the reason why I want to kind of keep it away from that topic is it's just like I don't. That's where it gets to being borderline obsession, and it kind of gets to the point where it's overkill.
Have fans ever said to you, because I want to sound like Richard Attenborough, have fans ever said to you they look up to you, that your channel has helped them with things in their lives? Yeah, actually all the time. And I'm surprised. You know, I've gone through a lot of shit in life. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've even admitted it more than once on this channel. And it's odd to me that talking about those kind of things can actually help people. And I'm glad that it does.
It gives them the feels.
It gives me the feels, for real, feel. No, but it really does. I mean, it was never my intention to create something, you know, more than just like me expressing my opinion. And I guess at a certain point, I didn't realize that would kind of be therapeutic to some people out there to hear a person that shares their thoughts or their opinions on things, you know. Because I don't know, for like the longest time, I didn't think I really fucking matter. I'm some guy for fucking real. I'm just some guy on the internet. But people, they do come up to me all the time and they say, look, your videos really helped me through a lot of shit because, you know, your feelings on things, they mirrored my feelings on things. And it's like they'll go and tell me, like, I thought I was alone about all this shit and I feel a lot better now that I'm not. Sometimes people will message me and they'll be in a position in their life and kind of mirroring positions I'd been in my life previous. And, you know, I'm not the best advice giver in the world, but sometimes I will buckle down and I'll try to hear somebody out, you know. I'm not a therapist. I did study psychology very extensively, but being a therapist and being a psychologist are two very fucking different things. But people, yes, they do come to me and say that my videos, my channel has helped them out very, very much.
I do want to put one big important thing that we talk about videos helping people.
Yes.
Some of you might notice this individual that posts the video that I really am still upset about that I got posted. Basically,
the video of me getting mad and angry at her because I was in a fucked up time in my life.
I'm going to say it right now.
Go ahead.
I have answered this a lot, and I hate when people start speaking for me. I am almost going to be 30 in a couple of years here. I can make my own decisions and choices. I'm old enough to do that. I am a well-established individual, and I'm very sound of mind when most people talk to me. The thing is he was going through a very rough time, and it was a very difficult time in his life. It was a difficult time in my life.
I was fucking over my emotional problems, my family dysfunctionality, a whole lot of things going on in my world. I was fucking those over worse because I decided to try to channel my problems through chemicals and just take drugs to replace the problems. And what a lot of people saw in that video was me coming off a lot of that shit. So it did not make us both very happy to see some cowardly piece of shit motherfucker exploit that and go, see, I got him. Yeah,
my thing is the video was supposed to go to his therapist that he was seeing at the time while he's coming off a lot of these things. We got harassed by another person.
Somebody who said they were our fucking friend and stabbed us in the back.
Somebody who said they were her friend and then tried to get Stevie to do things that he wasn't doing and then lying about it and then pinning us both against each other.
Basically, there was some motherfucker that wanted to trifle in on my relationship. I guess probably because they were just unhappy with the shit in their own life. You know, they thought they could replace the problem with a guy. people in those positions, they'll do that. It's like why you see people who get boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend. They don't understand why it works. Well, it's because they've got issues going on in another part of their life, but they're just trying to replace that with guys, and with a relationship. Or if they're, if they're not, heterosexual with girls, guys, it don't matter. It's what people do. Right. But that's what the fuck happened, and they got a hold of the video because I asked them.
They sent the video, and I have proof of this, and I don't give a shit what Repsion says. They sent the video to Repsion. Mm-hmm. He posted it online and talked to me in private. He was being very concerned about it, and when I went to the video finally, I saw that there was 17 other views. I made number 17. That other people have went and watched this video, took it, downloaded it.
Yeah, he said it was unlisted, basically, and then when she gets there, other people have already been watching this motherfucking thing. He had already been
sharing it, and then he tried to defend his point of view on it.
Yeah.
And he can say what he wants. I even have other people involved who got in that situation and dealt with it. Now, that's not saying that people can't like Repsion for who he is or what he does.
Yeah.
I don't care. My point is, don't sit there and be an advocate for abuse victims and other stuff like that when you're going to exploit me by using a backdoor and using other people that are bad, that have tried to hurt him in the past. It's no different than being like Onision at that point. It hurts.
Exactly.
It hurts because it's like, I told him, please don't do this. I don't want my personal life on the internet. And anybody who shows that video violates my privacy. And no, I am not abused. I am not a victim. I can hold my own. I was upset at that time because I had a lot of other personal stuff besides.
I know she can kick my ass. Trust me.
I had a bunch of other personal things going on. It is nobody's business to be in my personal business. My stuff should have not been put on the internet when it was supposed to go to his therapist.
Yeah.
At the time, that he was going through therapy. I even told Repsion and somebody else that was in the chat with us who was a mediator, because I said I wouldn't be in it alone, and I did not want to record it because I did not feel comfortable with more people exploiting me at the time. Now, he got mad because I got really fierce when I found out the video was being shared.
And you got motherfucking pissed is what I'd better describe it as.
And like I said, I'm not trying to start drama for him, but that's the thing. I think he needs to reevaluate how he interacts with people and how he chooses to word things, because that's not right for him to sit there and advocate for certain things, go behind my back and do that, lie to my face, and also do a bunch of other things, which I don't feel like sitting here and exposing Repsion. I'm not doing that.
No, it's more about motherfuckers like Marbles and shit who got it around. And he had the fucking balls, to go and say in one of his videos, oh, I'm just trying to get it out there and make people aware. Fuck you, you loser. Now you can't even go on YouTube because you decided to go do some crazy shit. I'm not even going to get into it here, but he had to remove himself from the internet.
But I will say this about...
So, yeah, nice job being a white knight, you cunt.
I will say this about Repsion, who I think he feels bad about what happened and became after kind of wanting to get a little bit back at Stevie. Yeah, I do think that he probably regretted the decision.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to say, I'm going to say maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm just going to assume that he did. It's because that'll help me in my everyday life. That's fine. I don't want anybody to attack him for it. I don't want anybody going after him for it. That's just how I feel about the situation.
Yeah, this is already old news anyway.
It is.
I mean, people beat me over the head with it in comments in a recent video that I did, and I'm just like, you fuckers realize this shit is 4 years old almost.
But the thing is I think I need to say something about it because everybody says that, oh, well, she's in the back. She doesn't say anything because she's abused.
Yeah.
Or I had a girl tell me, well, you don't know that you're abused. Yeah, I would know what abuse is.
Yeah, that made me laugh when they said that. I'm like, yeah, of course. They don't know their own experiences. No, they have to live it vicariously through how you tell them to live.
They told me that because they were abused by an ex-boyfriend in a similar fashion, that because they've viewed it as that former fashion, that therefore it was abuse on me.
Yeah, they're the fucking know-it-all.
The thing is there's a lot of missing information to the whole situation that most of the people on the internet have no clue as to what's going on. So do not sit there and assume that you have the whole entire truth. That is one thing I will say. That's why I'm very touchy with the way that I say things about even Onision, the way I talk about Repsion or anybody other on the internet. I have to be kind of the middleman because you don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. You can only assume from the information that you're given. And even with that information, that can change.
Yeah.
So
because people change, nobody's gonna be a fucking perfect human being.
Like
if I was, I wouldn't have gotten a fucking addiction to Oxy and shit, and
like,
I wouldn't have come off it and been a fucking asshole to my fiance.
I don't hate Onision. I feel kind of bad for him because he is. I feel it's more of a mental issue that he has, and he does not know how to handle it. And he's not dating. He's not married to somebody who can bring him to the right path. And I don't think he will ever. I don't think he wants to.
Personally, we differ. Like, we don't have the same opinion on everything. She thinks that. I think he just knows what's wrong with him, and he'll never.
He does know, but I'm just saying that he's never going to go towards the help because he doesn't have somebody strong enough to bring him towards that help. And unfortunately, he's just going to continue down his destructive path until it really bites him in the ass. And Lainey is just as much the similar type of personality type. Unfortunately, she's not going to hit reality until it really gets further down the road. A marriage is a two-way street, and having your information on the internet really bogs down everything. That's why, like, I don't want to get involved usually in Stevie's projects because it's Stevie's channel. You guys are here for Stevie, not always for me. You're here for him. But
I'm glad you're here.
I like to join in once in a while, and even though I'm not like in picture, that's just how
she doesn't want to be on.
She's
not like. It's not like a matter. She doesn't want to steal the limelight or anything. She just doesn't like being on the whole.
I'm kind of an introvert.
Yeah. I mean, she wanted to be in the Q&A tonight, but, she's just not like always 100% want to be in the videos. Just like what Onion Boy does. It's like, I'm not going to make her a fucking celebrity. See now my wife's a celebrity too, because fucking don't make any sense. Anyway.
I guess I'm a little shy and kind of scared of most people. And
boo! I'm kidding.
When people get
that was a stupid asshole-ish thing to do. I'm sorry.
When people get a little too personal with me, I just don't know what to do. I'm a very personal person. And person, but I was just kind of like,
you're a person's person.
I'm a person
for a person.
But
I
don't know how to always interact in every situation. I know how to act professionally, but sometimes I get a little awkward and kind of
cute, adorable. You're blushing. She's like fucking legit blushing now. Look what I've done.
It's called I blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Stevie, do you like to cook? And what are some of your and Becky's favorite foods?
He's learning.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, I'm learning to cook a hell of a lot better instead of just Bertolli's meals that tell you how the fuck to cook them right on the fucking bag. Because to be really honest, for the longest time, I subsisted off pretty much nothing but like ramen and Stouffer's, and the fact I'm alive is probably a medical miracle. But no, I'm learning a little bit more of how to cook day by day. She does the majority of the cooking around here, and she's infinitely better at it than I am.
Well, I like cooking. I think it's therapeutic. It has nothing to do with me being a woman or anything.
No, she loves to cook. She does
jokes.
Well, she just like starts doing it, and like you don't even have to ask. Like when we had our buddy over, a couple of weeks back, she just started making a bunch of badass like pasta chicken. I'm like, I love you.
I like to experiment with food, and my thing is
nuclear fusion with food. Oh, wrong kind of experimentation.
Food fills the soul, and it completes the soul, and everybody feels happier when they have a full, warm stomach, or even if it's a cold dish. People are happy with food.
Trust me, first time in my life I've ever had a gut, and I love it. I've been a scrawny stick my whole fucking life. Okay, there was a small period of time where I had some kind of, gland problem or whatever the fuck you'd call it, and I was kind of fat. Or that just went away, and I look like a mixture of like Christian Bale and The Machinist and Steve-O. Okay, it was fucking horrifying. I was gaunt. Look at some of my old videos, basically. I look like Iggy Pop as a child, probably. But yeah, no, ever since coming here, you have fattened me the fuck up, which makes me wonder when you're going to stuff me in the fucking oven and make a roast out of me.
Don't believe when they say that skinny people can't cook or don't like to eat. I'm 108 pounds naturally, and it's not. I want to gain weight. I want to hit 110. That's my goal, is to hit 110, because I've always been underweight. I have a very high metabolism, and that sometimes.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's not fun. Whether you're on the heavy set side or if you're on the skinny side.
Yeah, for people that sit there and say, "Oh, see, you're bragging about your metabolism." Hey, fuck off! It's not fun.
It's really not bragging.
It's a big fucking pain in the ass. I got like shit from somebody once who said that I was bragging because I had a high metabolism. It's not fun at all because it's like you can't hold on to anything you eat, and I don't like always being skinny. All these fucking people obsessed with losing weight. I want to gain it.
Exercising, you have to be extremely extra careful because even if you eat, you can lose 10 pounds in like a running situation. Like me, I had the issue of when I was considering joining the military, I had to gain at least 15 more pounds. And unfortunately, I went the opposite direction despite eating a protein shake beforehand, a protein shake after, and a large meal after exercising, and I burned through it faster. Then I dropped 10 pounds. So it was not fun, and it sucks. And plus, that messes with your blood pressure, your heart, and all that.
Yeah, it does. Getting cholesterol out, it's not freaking good. Some of your favorite foods.
Favorite foods? Why are you staring at me?
I don't know.
Stuffed cabbage.
Really? Shepherd's pie, I know you like.
Oh, I love shepherd's pie.
Fuck, I love shepherd's pie. If you haven't had shepherd's pie,
I'm sorry.
Give your mouth an orgasm and have shepherd's pie.
I'm sorry to the vegans and the vegetarians out there, but
I'm not.
It has nothing to do with killing animals. I'm a very big perpetuate of if you can eat that lifestyle, if you can have that lifestyle, good for you. I can't.
I love steak too much. I'm sorry. I love shepherd's pie, sushi, pizza.
Well, he was there when I had the discussion with my doctor, and they said that's not a very good option for me. And I can't do that because I've taken a nutrition class, so I know that's not.
It depends on who like what your whole diet has been like,
But the thing is like I like a lot of the traditional European dishes. I won't ever try blood pudding. That's a little much for me.
It's fucking nasty. I don't like the way anybody would like.
No, if it's done right, from what I've heard in Iceland, some of the places that do it, it is.
It just sounds nasty because like the way I heard described is like eating a scab. Like why would?
No. Basically, what blood pudding is
a period.
For those of you that want to turn away now or turn the volume down,
get a bucket.
Blood pudding is basically a mixture of taking salt, a little bit of salt to season the blood, and you take a lot of sugar. You pop it in there, and you stuff the stomach of the animal with certain. I can't remember what it is, but you stuff the stomach, you boil it in the blood, and that's where you get blood pudding.
It's like shit like haggis and stuff. It's just like when you think about food,
have a whole lot.
No, I understand that. But the thing is, it's just like you got to figure like how hungry was the motherfucker who made this dish. It's like the guy who found out that cow's milk is drinkable. It's like how thirsty were you? Damn. What's that thing hanging off the cow? I don't know. I think it's its ball bag. I don't know. I'm going to go drink from it.
my thing is you have to understand regionally where people are, and you have to understand culturally where people are. And that's where you get a lot of these dishes. Like
somebody says you should try the Puerto Rican version of blood pudding. It's so good.
I need to try it, but I'm a little scared. Like when I went to Japan, I tried the yakitori stance. I avoided the chicken balls. I avoided the pork tongue. But
chicken balls, like
yeah.
Whoa.
And
that poor chicken. It's bad enough getting turned into nuggets. It's worse when somebody's like, "Gimme."
I had chicken intestines, which was fresh out of the chicken, and it was cleaned, but put that away.
All right, fine. I'll shave with whatever the fuck this is.
That's a staple remover.
No, it's an alien.
But yeah, I had chicken. Yeah, I had yakitori, but it was chicken intestines. I did not like that because it was really fresh out of the chicken.
These things look like the things from Pitch Black, don't they?
Fresh out of the chicken.
Fresh out of the. I'm just trying to divert that image from my mind. I don't know if you noticed.
Well, I will never eat blowfish. I'll tell you that.
What about Hootie?
Just no.
Anyway, do you and let's see, Whiskey Rose asks, you and Becky plan on having kids together in the future. Yeah, in the future. Not right now.
Anytime soon. I think we have to have our financials a little bit more in order. And what I mean by that is I want to get Stevie's beneficial in the sense that he wants me to get a better job because I want a better career. I'm a career oriented person. I like
as am I, but just in a different sense. Like I'm oriented into careers like the standard careers. More as me, I want to do music as a business, which isn't your standard pursuit, because most people think, hell, you're going to go nowhere as an artist or a musician, so you might as well fuck off and go be a cube farmer. That's the general perception.
I wanted to be a photographer, but I really don't have. There's not a lot of money to be made right now, and those people that say you can earn money quick, it's not really that easy, and you have to find your own path.
Get rich quick. How? By writing a book telling people how to get rich quick.
Did you record something, Giz? She recorded something on the carpet.
Our cats basically, they do this thing where if they smell something, what they do is they like drop their jaw and they're like. And then I'm like, I asked her, like, because one of them did that to my foot. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing to my foot? It doesn't smell that bad. Oh.
Hey. No, I don't want your hand.
I don't want your Pete.
She has my Pete's. I got that from the guy on the vines.
But as far as like future, I want to have more stability in my financials. It's not that our financials are bad. I just you can't you can't afford kids on most salaries nowadays, and I've got student loans. I'd like to get some of those knocked out.
Too many people are just having kids because they can, to be really honest. I mean, I can, of all people, I can say this because it's something I went through. You know, a lot of people, they have kids when they're not ready because they don't fucking think. Like, I didn't think, I wouldn't take it back for the world, trust me. But I wasn't thinking about the finances or anything like that. Like, you can't really... can't really understand it till you've gone through it. She's smart, though.
I'm not ready for that responsibility yet in my life, and I'm not at that point where I think, or how do I say it? I want to travel overseas a bit and when I watch other people go with their kids and stuff like that, that's a little difficult for me to see myself be doing that right at the moment. My career path, I'm trying to get it overseas in the smart way. Because the career path I have, it's more or less, I want to make sure that I have a retirement fund. A lot of people at my age don't think about those things, but it's kind of like, I want the security to be there so that when it's later on in life, I want to be able to have.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be able to spend the best time.
You want to make, like, what is it called? You want to make a nest egg for it, basically.
Well, if my kid wants to go to college, I will support it, but I will kind of heavily look at what's going on at the time. I don't think college was a waste, but I don't think they give you enough tools.
I want to be a psychologist. Fuck you. Here's a guitar.
What I feel like is college was kind of an expensive waste of time. The piece of paper is worth something, but
its use in the world is dwindling more day by day, really.
Well, you're not going to get into the field you want. You have the age of the businessman that's telling you can't get to what you want because you don't have enough experience, but you can't get the experience without doing it for free.
Yeah, it's just a fucking... So that's kind of the reason why I stopped with the whole psychology thing. I mean, the market is so saturated with psychologists, like setting up your own practice is nearly fucking impossible. Being a therapist, yeah, it's easy. But that's not what I wanted to do. So it's just like, fuck it. Let me find something I'm better at, to be really honest.
But as far as a kid, I want to bring them into the world where they have all the opportunities and I could give them the benefits. I don't want to bring them too early into our lives. And then it's difficult to handle the relationship and that. And, when you have a kid, it's kind of your life stops kind of being your own, and it's for the kid. And that's with my friend having her daughter, it's a very important feeling to be there for that child 100%. And right now I spoil my friend's kid who's in the bad situation, and I love that kid to death.
She's a sweetheart.
She's a beautiful baby girl, and I'm happy for her.
A little baby butt is what she is.
Well, she's a hootie.
She's a baby hootie.
She's my hootie.
She's a little hootie owl.
She makes hooting noises when she's sleeping.
For whatever fucking reason, our friend's baby makes like these little owl noises when they sleep. Is the cutest fucking thing in the world.
I know my friend is so driven insane with me buying baby outfits, buying diapers.
Yeah, she was mad when I did then. She wasn't mad, like, fuck you, don't ever buy that again. No, she was like, God damn it, stop wasting all your money on me. Let me waste it.
She's not used to other people giving her a lot. And to me, it's like, if I can give her a little bit, that just makes me happy because I want this kid to be loved so much. And that's how I feel when I have kids. I want to have the time for them. I want to be there for them. I want to listen to them. I want to be there to read them their bedtime stories and, you know, to give them their baths. That's a very important part of life that I don't think I want to miss. I really don't want to miss out on. So right now, I'm not ready for them. And they will come when time comes. Yeah. That's the best way I could put it.
Usually there has to be a couple of double-digit zeros after her age. I'm kidding.
No, I just, like I said.
I know. I'm just saying, a couple hundred years. For one, we wouldn't live that long, too.
I'll outlive you.
You know, yeah. Our eggs would be like fossils by then.
Well, I couldn't have kids after 40.
What the hell? You just gave birth to a skeleton.
No, but I hope that answers your question.
Pro-choice here, 100%. Thank you for being a person of reason and decency. I'm sorry, but pro-life is anti-woman. And that's how I will always fucking feel. It's like, oh, it must live, it must live, it must live. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't even know it's fucking alive in the first goddamn place. What'd she do?
She almost knocked over the computer.
Yeah, she did that earlier. We've got a tower back there, but
But no,
what I'm saying about the pro-life thing is it's just so anti-woman. It's like, fuck you. Let's let a bunch of congressmen decide what the fuck right you have to do with your body. And bullshit. I'm never, ever, ever going to advocate that because I'm not going to say, like if somebody basically was telling her, you know, oh, no, we're going to make you keep it. I'm like, well, then I'm just going to make myself go over there and beat the shit out of you because no. Okay? No. And I'm pro-choice. I'm also not one of these people that vilifies abortion because let's face it, there's a big problem in this world where way too many fucking people at way too young of an age or just way too irresponsible a character put out kids into this world and they shit these kids into a world of inequity.
Well, that's because we're not talking, or we don't have.
Or they just don't care.
Well, we don't have parents really sitting down and.
No, they don't. They just sit on their fucking asses. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk over you.
No. But what I'm saying is like with. My thing is abortion is a necessary evil in the sense that it's needed for those people
like Obama.
Well, no, I mean, my thing is be smart about your choices in life because they're going to affect another life, but don't sit there. My thing is I don't feel it's right to force a woman to carry a baby from a rape, or like certain things that are going on.
I'm gonna get another Gatorade.
I will say that
I'll be back.
I will say that a lot of people that I that have gotten one that I have talked to, they said they've regretted the decision because not only was it painful, but they thought they could have made it work. But at the same time, they realized they might have not been able to make it work. And it's not an easy decision when somebody goes to that. And I don't think anybody should put them down for that. I think that they need to, if you're a Christian, forgive them and learn to move forward with them. And that mistakes will happen in our lives, and that's what makes us grow and change. We're only human, and it's not a person that will judge you at the end of things. It will be, if there's a God, he will judge you. And
it's like the Smith song, you're only human and you want to be loved.
Well, I don't think you should condemn other people because we don't know each other's stories, and you shouldn't condemn them for
no, I don't. But what I do condemn is people, like I made a video
using it as birth control. I do condemn.
Well, what I mean is, but yeah, that's one. It's just disgusting when you value a human being so little. They're just a piece of meat to be ripped out of you when you don't want it. But I did a video on people that just they have kids and they don't give a flying fuck. Like they see somebody they want and then they have a kid with them and they're like, fuck it, now you're stuck. Yeah, then that means you don't give a fuck about the kid. You know, people like that, in my opinion, they should not have fucking children. They should fucking have the right to be thrown into a goddamn ravine.
Oh, somebody asked about how in the world do your balls get chopped off in a car accident? I don't know, but the guy who used to bully me a whole lot,
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I was wondering that too.
Okay, well,
did his balls hang low? Did they go
from
to?
What somebody told me about it was that the guy who used to bully me all the time very badly before one of my friends passed away, that was also bullied by the same individual, that the steering column came loose and went. Oh! But like I said, that's conjecture. Oh. The guy won't ever look me in the face whenever I seen him in the past.
Good.
I don't really.
That's motherfucking karma.
I never wish that on somebody. And as much as yes, he may have been a bully, I just hope that he learned to be more humble.
I mean, I've worked on cars all throughout my life, man. A steering column straight through your sack. Jesus Christ.
That like
you won't even have like a package left. I'm surprised they didn't impale his ass.
I don't even know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying that's.
Oh, it happens. It's a for real phenomenon that happens.
I mean, I heard that it was a strap of metal that was from the steering column that came in, and that was gone. But
hell, I was getting my circumcision next week, so I killed 3 birds with 1 stone.
But like I said, I don't wish that on anybody. I just hope people understand. I mean, this is like when I talk about bullying. This kid, as soon as I got back from the hospital from being really extremely sick for a week, told me that the only reason why I was worth living was because he could cheat off my tests. I mean,
is this kid still alive? Because I need to go bury a shovel in his throat.
I mean, I've had my fair share of really bad bullying, and
like for real, I would like to just beat this motherfucker senseless. Holy shit!
I was a very invisible kid, so I'm used to not. I'm not used to being in the public view, so that's why I guess that's.
Trust me, if we went to school together, I would pretty much be as insane as Arthur in that book, but with every reason in the world, because the people that you've told me about are just assholes.
I laughed it off for the most part.
Yeah, well, people suck.
I mean, what do you want me to like? Kind of after a while, it's just like I don't know how to deal with you people anymore. I'll just go back
fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling.
I got made fun of for reading a damn book. I was like, who makes fun?
What
of
the fuck school did you go to?
I went to a public school.
Oh, that explains it. See, most of those people probably didn't even know how the fuck to read.
Because I was a nerdy person and I wasn't very girly all the time.
Did you say nerdy? Because
yes, I used to play Magic.
Actually, this is a mixed set. What the fuck is Yu-Gi-Oh in here?
That was from that box from the comic book.
Yeah, there's like Pokemon.
Anyways, next question, good sir. Next
Magic question. Wait, hold on a second. They're sort of good cards. I have a mountain. It's fucking useless.
Put it away.
Yeah.
Put the mana away, sir.
I don't even have mana in this deck. This is the sorted cards.
No, you did have mana. That's what the mountain is.
No, it's a land piece, right?
Yeah, that's land pieces mana in that game. You have to use so many land pieces in order to be able to draw or utilize certain features in the cards.
I fucking really need to get better at playing.
It's been a while.
Whatever. It was just the funnest thing in the world to do is actually play fucking Warhammer. What the hell? Play Warhammer chess. Basically, you get a chess board and then just use Warhammer 40K figures to play chess.
I still wanted to make that one. I know this is so blasphemous for anybody that's a Christian. I wanted to make one of the Magic cards where it was a priest taking a dump in a cemetery and call it "Holy shit."
That would work.
On a demon's grave.
Honestly, Magic like in the 90s had random shit like Magic in the 90s had random shit like that.
I thought that would be a funny card. That shows you. I mean,
Patrick's fucking cheating deck though. He showed me a deck that our buddy Patrick that he made, and he's just like throw anything you want at it, and it's just unbeatable. Like he cannot use this deck at tournaments because it's like. It's not that it's overpowered, it's just perfectly strategized where every single fucking card you put on the table will kill the shit out of anything.
Oh, but
like your first turn, you've already won.
No, this is
or
how
like
nerdy
first or
I was
second.
back in high school. My friend and I would take the high school newspaper and we would
white and nerdy.
We would take the high school newspaper, roll it up into fake swords, and sword fight while waiting for our rides to pick us up.
I would do that too.
I got in trouble. They said technically that's considered a weapon. So
no, zero tolerance.
Oh no, the person, the guy who was in charge, the assistant principals, he was like, I know you guys are just having fun, but other kids are gonna report you, and
other kids are gonna rat you because they suck.
Yeah, so that's why we had to quit.
Have you played the Star Wars Battlefront beta? If so, what do you think of it? No, unfortunately, I have not played that shit because I'm kind of like without next gen for the moment. We're working on a new PC build right now, so when that gets finished, then I will be able to check it out. But
As Charlie would say, we're taking over the world.
You're taking over the world with this fucking build. Jesus Christ, is this computer going to be bad as fuck? We're getting an SLI board, basically. I don't know if you want to eventually down the road because you can get dual video cards. Do you want to put another one in there down the road?
Eventually, yeah.
Basically, we're going to stuff 2 of these motherfuckers in. And we've already got a current gen Core i7. And I'm going to clock that probably to, it goes about 4.
It goes to 4.0 gigahertz.
Well, basically, you've got 8-way multitask on it. So you've got an 8-core and a 4-core, a quad core. And it goes to about 4.0 gigs. So right now what I'm going to do is probably get that fucker going to about 4.8 in the overclock or whatever. Because we got enough fans in there, it can handle it. And eventually, I think we want to stuff, 64 gigs of RAM in total over the...
Yeah, we're getting...
I mean, we're going to have a computer that will basically take over the world. We're going to build Skynet.
The motherboard we got, I didn't realize... didn't have the correct slot for the Skylark, so we're
basically we had the wrong motherboard for the CPU. We didn't have a big enough socket to put the CPU in.
So I'm getting like this Asus.
We're getting an Asus ROG Maximus VII Hero LGA. It's 1150 Intel. You've got
1151 Intel.
1151 Intel.
SATA 6 gigabytes per second.
Well, basically, it's an Asus. You know, Asus makes fucking amazing stuff. To be honest, one of the reasons we're building it is the computer that I'm currently using is this computer right here, and it's dying. Yeah, it's been pretty much. There you are. Oh, don't get a sad face, or I'll have to just eat you. Oh no, your legs. There.
I will blind people with my legs.
Yeah, you're Irish. I like that one picture. See the Irish girl sunbathing? No, not her. The other one is this big blinding white spot in the screen. But no,
I peel whiter than before.
But no,
like a lobster
we're building this to kind of replace my laptop because it is dying. But it's an Asus as well, and it lasts. I mean, it lasts through pretty much anything. But anyway, to bring it back, now I haven't played the Battlefront beta.
Yeah,
I wish I could because it looks fucking awesome. Aside from the insane glitches, it looks awesome.
This computer is supposed to help with pumping out more videos for you guys because the videos he's not able to produce them as much because his computer currently is.
It just does rendering takes forever.
Rendering takes forever, and the computer's crashing a whole lot.
Yeah, right now I'm actually using to make videos. I'm using Sony Vegas. Actually, no, Sony Vegas Movie Studio Pro 9. That is how fucking out of date I am. So the goal is that we end up getting the subscription service to Adobe to where we can get a month-to-month kind of payment plan going, and we have access then to the full Adobe suite, Premiere, After Effects, what have you. And the computer will be a beast motherfuck for playing video games. However, the main thing I'm going to be doing with it is video editing and all that. But as powerful as we want to make this thing, it'll be perfect for doing streams and that, because I tried to stream Brutal Doom off this. If anybody knows about the Doom mod, Brutal Doom, I couldn't fucking do it. More creepypastas. Let me show that. When I was going to do creepypasta readings, this is the fucking picture she drew for it. He has a pasta bowl full of eyeballs and worms. I love that fucking picture. It's cute. Just like my mini Vash that everybody comments on. I see that in some of my pictures sometimes, and there's like, is that a mini Vash? And I'm like, yes.
I do plan on making my own channel, but it's not. I don't want to reveal too much about it until I actually get into it. So you guys will see that eventually.
Yeah. What do you think, Vash?
Hey, look, it's Tomo in a balloon. That's my buddy. That's me. That's my Tomo.
This is a character she came up with. He's cute.
That's my bud.
Let's see.
Sorry.
What the fuck? Have you ever sucked on a corn cob for so long it feels like your balls are singing Christmas tunes?
Nope.
Well, what a good sight. One night I was down on safari with Lord Melbury, and we indeed were sucking corn cobs, and we were also pushing them violently up the asses of a cute few honey badgers, who then ripped off our balls and made them sing Christmas tunes. What the hell? Oh,
You're scaring him.
well, yeah. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. Boop.
No.
I got his tail.
You pooped his tail.
But yes. Do you hate white people? I'm just a wandering man. To be honest, I don't hate white people. Most whites I know are cool. Even you, man. Well, thank you. I'm glad to be a cool, non-jive white motherfucker. I don't like a whole lot of things white people do, like become crooked lawyers and shit, and shithead politicians like Donald fucking Trump. But you know,
you got stupid people and then everybody else.
You got pretty much. Well, you got stupid people and you've got stupid people in like every ethnicity. I'm not trying to be rude in saying that. There's dumb people everywhere. It don't matter the color of your skin. Stupid doesn't discriminate.
You got stupid, and then there's everybody else. I'm not talking about like all white people are stupid. I'm just saying like in general,
all white people.
You got stupid people, and then there's everybody else.
Hashtag all white stupid.
Don't start that.
No, I don't want to.
You know somebody will take that to heart.
No, people take way too much to heart. Did you see the feminism fucking hashtag that started where they're pissing themselves because 4chan started it?
Well, I don't like the whole tired tits.
It's like fucking piss for feminism, but they're just wetting their pants. They're like, what?
Well, I don't like the boobs out for breast cancer. One
it's insulting to people who've had mastectomies.
My thing is like one lady said it, like showering everything in pink and making it all pink. I had a family member very close to me that had breast cancer. They went and sought help from one of these groups, and they told them all we do is just give money to breast cancer. And
let's see if people are reporting no video. If the video went out, please do let us know, because I need to fix that. Is there audio?
No video, but it says live.
Here, just unmute the stream for a moment.
I had a family member.
Okay, you mute it. Okay, so yeah, for whatever reason, I guess the camera's not using. Let me try that.
Stevie's nose.
All right, so it should pop up. We've got another laptop running. My my camera's a little weird. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. It's Google. It's not going to be perfect. What was I talking about?
The nose.
My nose is like a borderline like Italian and Jewish nose. It's so fucking huge. No offense to anybody. Like my schnoz, motherfucker. It looks like I've been picking my nose since I was a kid. Like from certain angles. It's just like.
I want to give a shout out to somebody who did really cool fan art of Stevie. Oh
yeah, the person that did the fan art of me on Instagram. I love that. There's one person in here named Christiana. That person did really good fan art, and then this other person
_RAUME. Go follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, IT-RAUME. IT-RAUME. RT. God damn it, you just say it because I can't fucking read. IT_RAUME. They have really great work on DeviantArt, and they're starting to put more stuff on Instagram. Please go check them out. And by the way, speaking of art and DeviantArt, please put your shit on fucking Instagram, because DeviantArt is just dead. Okay, I have a DeviantArt. I still check it every so often, but that website is dead. It will never go back to the like glory days of like 2004 through 2006. And by that, I mean when people uploaded fucking real art to the website.
I love a lot of Illustrator stuff. I'm not very gifted in the illustration portion.
Bullshit.
Besides with Tomo.
I think you're very good. I think you don't give yourself enough credit.
Well, no, I have a very bad problem with I guess perception and depth of field within scenes and drawing backgrounds. So
I blame Leaky Steve.
Oh God! Don't make me pull out the picture, so you have to see Leaky Steve.
Oh fuck! You don't have pictures of that.
I had to draw him. I had to save them and turn them in.
That's gross.
But no, I'm just saying like, yeah, you have no camera.
No, but people can still hear what I have to say, so I guess that's going.
That's all we got going for us.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But no,
I mean, maybe it'll fix it when the stream is uploaded, because actually when I did the stream with Gina,
same shit.
no, the first 2 hours were missing. It just fucking uploaded like halfway through. So then the first 2 hours were fucking missing. So after it processed, then the rest of it was fine. Like the whole thing came out perfect. But yeah, maybe that'll happen after it processes. It'll actually get the video. Who knows? Fucking internet's weird.
But no, I want to say I do like a lot of artwork that people post. From going to school with a lot of illustration majors, I was part of a group called So Ill. That sometimes it's at different colleges. It's a illustration magazine that was put out by colleges. So if you are in a college, check it out and maybe start your own So Ill group.
Yes.
Society of Illustrators.
Yes. Any other questions?
Well, I don't know on there. I'm looking.
Oh no!
Where do you see your channel? What do you see your channel doing in the new year?
Probably actually doing a lot more music tutorial videos. This is something I very much want to do. The reason for that is because, you know, I do love ranting. I do love making commentary on various subjects in the news or even on YouTube, but I just love making music way too fucking much. And I want to kind of share the knowledge that I've gleaned over the years of doing a lot of music production and such. There's a channel I'm subscribed to on here that some people that are fans of music production and like metal music might know of. A guy named Glenn Fricker. He does a channel called Spectre Media Group. He is an awesome Canadian motherfucker who, if I get the chance to record in a studio with, I would love to be recorded by that guy, because he's fucking awesome. And he's got a damn great purview of how a band should approach getting their album damn recorded, instead of thinking, yeah, we'll just pay $300 fucking to get our album recorded because we're fucking retarded. You know, no. I'm not as smart about production as he is, but that's because, well, I've got a long way to go. However, when it comes to putting music like electronic stuff together and a lot more like the drum and bassy kind of dubstepy sort of shit that I do, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, my shit's so weird, it's hard to like nail down to one genre, but you know, I want to do more videos of how like I put all that together. You know, people can take what they will from it. You know, if you learn something from it, that's cool. If you're just entertained by it, that's cool too. But I want to do more videos about that, because I think that in a way, if you have a talent with music, they're important skills to have and to hone. Because without it, you know, it's just, it's, what the hell is she getting into now? She got a, what was that, a thumbtack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't need a cat eating a thumbtack, because that would kill the fucking cat.
You need to clean up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Coda bear.
Coda bite.
Coda.
There's food.
What are you
There's
doing?
no food.
Come here. Sit. Good girl.
We taught our cats how to sit. But anyway.
Somebody said, hey, Stevie, what's up? Kishire.
Who?
Kishire, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered your name.
Hey, Stevie, what's up? How's your day going? Well, it's going pretty fucking mellow. How's your day going?
What happened to your review you said you were going to work on?
What happened to my review that I said I was going to work on? I'm a
You
lazy
slacker.
I'm a lazy son of a bitch who needs to get on that, because I have a whole
Try rebooting your camera again.
Try rebooting my camera again. I have a whole fuckload of reviews actually all ready to go. I just need to get around to uploading them. Like most people know, I'm a very busy guy.
Maybe try working on the gear thingy.
What gear thingy?
Go to the settings.
Oh, yeah, maybe that'll help. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get them all uploaded. I've got about 5 or 6 different ones ready to go, actually. And the problem that I only run into most of the time is that I'm going to try booting my camera over again, is that, you know, when you do album reviews and you want to give people kind of a dose of what the album sounds like, the problem you mostly run into is that getting the rights validated for the music and all that shit. Because, you know, labels, they want to get kind of a cut of what you're getting. If they know that you're getting, you know, ad revenue, or you're getting some kind of partnership pay for it. So that's just kind of a roadblock I run into, because to be honest, I would like to use the money I get from these review videos in order to go out and buy more albums in order to review. Right now, I'm just kind of pilfering through my massive fucking collection of random metal albums or new metal albums and all that, you know, because I like that kind of music.
You're some guy on the internet.
No, some people, they ask me, like, why do you like shitty shit like new metal and all that? And I'm like, because I do. Like, some fucking people, like, I don't know, they like fucking modern hip hop, which is just bullshit fucking garbage. Okay, but they like it, you know, and they have a right to like it. You know, I don't know. I like bands like Edema. I like bands like Flaw. Obviously, everybody knows I love Fear Factory. I love a whole bunch of other bands. Snake River Conspiracy is a great band that, like, nobody really got to know about. They only released like one album, but it was a really good album in my opinion. I don't know. I like stuff like that. There was a time of music I grew up on. I was only like 9 years old at the time, but it's what I grew up on.
Let me see.
Where she's looking through my questions now. What the Star Wars one? What are your thoughts on Star Wars? Did you know they have an MMO by BioWare, and would you play Empire Side or Republic? Actually, I do know about that, and I do like MMOs and all that, but the only problem is they take up way too much fucking space in my hard drive. So, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I would be willing to try it out when we get the new computer built, but it's But if I were to play it, I would play probably Empire, to be honest. You know, it's always cool to fight for the rebels and all that shit, but sometimes you just want to be the bad guy because they have the bigger guns and the cooler shit. And rebels are kind of just like hippies that fly around in little X-Wings.
I'm sorry for the
Oh my God, that one video where I was stuck on the self-checkout line. That was at the top. Do I have any more funny stories to share, like the self-service checkout incident? I still weep for your ice cream. Dude, fucking random shit happens in Vegas all the fucking time.
You don't think they don't happen out here?
Yeah, trust me, there's many things that happen out here. How about you? Yeah, I shared that one in that video. Why don't you share some random shit that's happened to you? And not Leaky Steve again, because that made me want to fucking puke.
Like what kind of random stuff are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Just anything. Any random weird occurrence that's funny.
Well, I'll do one about when I went to New York with a bunch of friends.
Mm-hmm. Come here, man.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well, I'm going right here to grab my guitar.
Uh-huh. Really? You're going to play your guitar while we're on live stream?
Yeah.
That is rude.
No, it's not.
It's distracting.
I've been eating and drinking. I'll just sit with it. Fine. I'll sit with it.
You're pretty? Oh, my ears. We have neighbors.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, get out of the computer. Computer is not for cats. You may not listen.
What's she doing? Playing with the wires in the
She was exploring the wires. You are not to go back into the computer. I need you here to cuddle some warmth and adorableness.
So you had a story.
Oh, sorry.
Before I was rudely interrupted.
All right. Story time. Coda! Stop talking shit.
Our cat will talk shit back to you if you tell her to stop.
Okay. When I was in New York with some friends, one of my friends kind of dressed how they typically do down here. A lot of people in the South tend to dress a little more frumpy unless they're going to a club. And she was wearing a tie-dye shirt and camo pants in the middle of New York. If you know anything about New York, that's kind of a no-no. New York is very big on fashion and at least dressing nice enough because everybody else has to see you. It's not really to be mean to any individuals, but this is why. So we're walking her back to her sister-in-law, her sister's house.
It's nobody I know, is it?
No.
Okay.
her sister's house, and basically a homeless guy comes walking up to her and says, "Hey, hon, do you want to go down to Alphabet Street and go to the soup kitchen and keep each other warm tonight?" She was like,
"I woke up and I took a bath in garbage."
Well, she didn't understand why the guy stopped her, and then she started complaining when some of the homeless guys were giving her change.
Why? Oh.
Because of the way she was dressing, she looked like
a homeless chick.
She looked like a younger homeless person, so they were trying to give money to her.
No.
That was one of my awkward moments because it was funny because one of the guys started chasing her down in Little Italy to give her change.
Ah, mamma mia. That's stereotypical.
That is very stereotypical.
No, I have
You're a racist, Stevie.
God fucking damn it. No, I'm not. One I have. You know I can't cook all that well. You're only making it worse for yourself. You're only making it worse for your taste buds. No, one I have is actually not one that happened to me directly, but it's one that happened to somebody I know. What?
So burn the house down.
It's something that happened to a buddy of mine. He was going to a Halloween party, and he dressed up as like he was a black dude who dressed up as like some kind of Elvira thing, and he was like basically going to like dollar stores and Goodwills trying to stop for like cheap things to put on this outfit and stuff. And he gets in line with this like heavy ass Muslim dude, and he's got this cart full of fucking women's clothing, and this guy is like staring his ass down, and he's just like, this guy better not say a word or I will just smear bacon all over him so he cannot be buried with his people. He's like, guess what? I have a cart full of women's clothing. You're in the United States. This is normal here. This is normal.
That's still not as good as JJ, where he ended up on Adult Swim.
What did he do?
Dressed up as a Chinese schoolgirl.
Wait, that was your buddy?
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny.
Oh, that was my friend in high school.
I'm just put this fucking thing away.
Cody, you tell him off.
My cat.
She's being all cute.
She's being a cat.
Hey.
Any other questions?
She's my cuddle bug.
Let's see.
Hey, Stevie, there's no video.
I know. I am aware of this.
Stevie, there's no video.
Stevie,
what are you going to do? There's no video.
I'm just
interest, Steve. We're going down in the ratings.
I'm just gonna,
the ship is going down, sir.
Do what people who protest the Vietnam War did. I'm gonna soak myself in kerosene and light myself on fire.
That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
No, that's what people did though. Buddhist monks did that to protest the Vietnam War because
I know I've seen the
yeah, it was Rage Against the it was Rage Against the Machine.
It still doesn't sound pleasant.
No, it did. Like, it wouldn't make sense to me. Like, I protest this. That's nice. I'm going all the way, motherfucker.
Maybe you should unplug your cam and plug it back in again.
Did you turn it off and turn it on again? Let me try it. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my stream.
I'm doing text work.
Yes, you are. But it will reset the colors on my thing, unfortunately.
Yeah. You're going to look weird.
I already look weird. The fucking picture it froze on, I look like an idiot.
Your face looks funny.
My butt looks funny.
There it goes.
All right, life cam. Save.
Your face looks funny.
Good Lord. See, that's what it looks like when I have like the auto feature on, because according to, oh, that don't fucking help. Trust me. According to Microsoft, like whenever the video, if it comes back on, let's see.
It's got to catch up on the
Yeah, let's see if it does.
It's about like a 2 or 3 minute behind.
Yeah, but whenever it does and you see this, if you see it, this is what Microsoft thinks good video looks like what it was and then now. Yeah, see, that's good. The quality's good. Oh, good. I still have the fucking option to change it down here. Good.
Blinded by the light.
I've got a douche in my ass.
You gotta probably turn it off before you.
No, it is.
Turn off the cam, and then change the settings.
Oh, it don't matter. Oh shit! They just disappeared. Son of a bitch. Well, whatever. Whatever, it don't matter.
You got a pulsating Stevie head.
Do I now?
Ew.
You're making fun of me. Anyway, is there any other questions? Like, how long do you want to continue doing this? But
Well, I need to probably go to bed soon. I'm an old lady. I'm a classy old lady until I burp, and I challenge the
you
man.
fart. She farts.
You farted in the cat's face.
No, it didn't. That's a lie.
Poor Gizmo was so upset.
Okay, I was bending over to pick something up, and I accidentally let one, and the cat was sitting on like a nightstand, and I farted in my cat's fucking face because I'm an asshole.
She was so mortified.
She was fucking mortified as shit after that. I've never seen a cat look so terrified. Like, God damn it, what did you do? It's like if I had just slapped her across the face with like somebody's dick or something.
She's like, how could you? Get out of the computer. You can't go back into a coda. Coda.
There we go.
Coda.
Properties. And then you go boop, boop, boop. See, that's better. And it runs a lot smoother. All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming back on.
Oh, well, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Sorry, there's no video.
6 down.
Really?
What are you going to do about it?
Wait, 6 down, what?
6 thumbs down.
Oh, whatever. Fuck those people. They can burn in hell for all I care. Is there any other questions? That's what I think about people who don't like my stream, because I'm a nice person.
Somebody was asking what happened to Marbles. He just disappeared.
Yeah, this is a big, long fucking story. I'd have to do almost another stream to explain the whole fucking thing.
And then somebody asked if Onision's wife's family got in contact with you. No, I don't think they want to contact anybody that's on the internet because...
No, they asked, did they?
Yeah, they asked, did they? I don't think they wouldn't want to contact anybody on the internet. After kind of the letter got sent to them.
No, his what do you mean, Laney's family?
Laney's family.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I gave them the opportunity to contact me because, to be really honest, after he did that video where he's talking about meeting her dad at Olive Garden, I'm like, yeah, you sick fuck. You know, nothing fucking changes. And it's just, it's sickening, you know, and it's great for her because, and it's coming from him, and it's just, it's insanity. It's just like, yeah, you're not letting her speak about something that directly affects her. You're speaking for her. Fuck you, Jim Jones.
My thing is her family doesn't need to be bothered more than it already is. They're having to deal with the problem.
Yeah.
People on the internet getting involved probably doesn't make the situation any better. And, you know, it's like with my situation with Stevie in that video. It's personal. That kind of is inappropriate to kind of go after them. Yeah, I mean, you would want somebody to tell you that your kid is doing that, but at the same time, you got to understand that's really freaking creepy for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of people you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Showing up out of the blue going, hey, you should be aware of this. And you're like, oh.
Well, I think the way that it was handled, like, I mean, I didn't, you know, I didn't say, no, you know, this is terrible, but I'm not sure how the messages were phrased or anything. If it was handled more professionally, if it was handled a little bit differently, that'd have been one thing. But the impression that I got is just a bunch of dumb motherfuckers up there went, oh, yeah, this guy's horrible. He's evil, instead of saying, hey, look, we want to bring this to your attention.
Don't Stand So Close to Me got involved in that. So he worded it probably a little bit better than what Repsion did. But my thing is, yeah, Repsion sent the letter, and he was mostly involved with it. But
in this video, he tried to say he intimidated the girl's dad with money, and I'm like, yeah, bullshit. I mean, the motherfucker has money, but so does my family.
Get out of there. Nobody said you could be in computer.
If you want to just shut the door, you know. Oh, shit. Did they break it off?
No.
Okay, good.
That's why I was trying to tell you to be careful with the computer.
Just put the plate on the other side. There you go. We're doing cat maintenance. Hold on.
Get going. Don't fight with me.
She's fighting to get it into the case.
You can't go back to the internet.
I'm trying to go find my home back on the interwebs.
That's where cats are from.
That's where they see cats actually. They don't start as kittens out of another cat's vagina. They actually the cat vagina is actually a portal to the internet, and that's really where cats come from.
The fact that you even went that far to an anatomy and analogy is just really weird.
I could have talked about barbed cat penises.
Plans for Halloween. For plans for Halloween, we're taking our friend's kid to Renaissance Festival out here.
Yeah, the Ren Fair out here.
First Halloween.
The Renaissance Fair out here is fucking badass. Like the one in Vegas was cool. I won't say it wasn't. I had a lot of fun there. Got plenty of times fucking drunk as fuck there, and had many a turkey leg and beat the shit out of some people a couple of times with swords. But that one out here, a lot more dank. They have year-round buildings up. Like, you know, they don't just come in with like the week prior and set up. Oh, she's being cute.
The troublemaker.
Little trouble troll. But they don't come in and set up tents. Now they have like year-round structures and buildings there. You know, some guy actually owns the property to the whole thing. It's fucking huge.
That actually owns all of it.
Yeah, it's a grocery. The guy who owns a grocery store chain, and he pumped a whole lot of money into building this whole thing. It's fucking bad as hell. I cannot wait to get me a Guinness and a turkey leg. Oh, I just came.
We're taking our friend's little one for her first Halloween outing. And they have a Halloween version of the day there at that place. And it's a lot of fun. I got the little girl a Cheshire Cat outfit from Disney Store.
Even though you paid.
They don't care. You helped pick it out.
I picked it out.
The Alice in Wonderland, but they didn't have it.
I wanted the Alice in Wonderland too. I said that when we got there. Like they could have had the best one.
They had it online.
I
have to buy it for next year. Get out of there, Kodak.
They had it, and get the fuck out of there, cat.
She likes doing this because she's aggravated. She's like, "Are you going?"
I love that shit though. I love that shit though. It's just like, you know, it was really cute. We're doing this for the kid. Get the fuck out of there, cat.
It's not get the fuck out of there. It's like stop.
Oh, trust me. Some days that it feels that way. It really does.
What
she tries to.
What are you doing? Go away from the computer.
She keeps trying to like. Some days like climb behind the TV where we have like a lot of wires. So eventually it gets to the point where you're like really yelling. But no.
She's like a damn 2-year-old. She doesn't take no for an answer.
Well, she's a cat. She's
a damn smart cat, though. Stop! You know you're annoying me.
What the fuck are you looking at?
She's like, what the fuck are you looking at? Anyway, you want to kind of just like stop it here because the cat.
Just one or two more.
One or two more. What is your favorite old Elder Scrolls game? Fucking for real. I loved Oblivion. And I mean it was a really good fucking game. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked it.
Huh?
What's the new one called?
Skyrim?
Yeah. I wanted to say Skyfall, and I was choking because I didn't want to sound like a fucking pleb asshole who had no fucking clue what he was talking about. But I do like Skyfall.
You are?
Skyrim. God damn it. Shut up. But no, Skyrim is a fun game because of the sheer amount of mods you can attach to that shit. I mean, the Randy Savage dragon mods. Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's what it's mostly known for, though.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's a good game though too.
We'll take this till 12 o'clock at least.
Okay.
Well, it's almost 12. We got 20 minutes.
Fuck. Let's see.
Stevie, cater to your fans. Be nice to your fans.
I can't love my fans. How dare you? You're just lying when you say you love your fans. I'm gonna look through the questions we got over here.
You gotta hit refresh.
Oh, or just go to all comments. Let's see.
Stevie, you've already done that one.
You don't even know what? You don't even know which one I'm looking at.
Stevie.
What?
Your face looks funny.
Somebody says, I love the necklace. Is it religious? Depending on which one you're looking at. The smaller pendant is a Lilith pendant.
Don't believe him. He's telling you lies.
I am just selling you bullshit and lies and falsehoods and snake oil and
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my butt.
What?
Yeah, can you please get it out because it fucking hurts. No, the one is a Lilith pendant, and the other is a
Maybe
pentagram.
you need a good poop.
So, I need some heavy fiber to move it out if I got a rattler up my butt.
I've got a gizmo over here cuddling me.
Okay.
My snaggletooth.
What kind of software do I use to edit music? FL Studio primarily, and a lot of people will say, well, that just means you don't know what you're doing. Well, I don't give a flying fuck. I've been using it for about 10 years now, and people that say it's not really a worth it program can really go fuck themselves, because what they're actually trying to do is sell the program that they use, that they're being sponsored by. So yeah, FL Studio is mainly what I use to make electronic stuff, even to record a lot of my metal stuff. It suits what I need it to accomplish. It facilitates what I'm trying to do very well. And it it's always put out a decent product for me. Most people think that FL Studio is just solely for making beats and very simple, minimal electronic music. But really, no, you can do a whole lot of things with this program. The album that I'm working on right now for my Axiom project and the stuff I'm doing with my Toxic for the Masses project is all done in FL Studio, okay? Like I'll record my guitar tracks through the Edison thing in there, or I'll just do them dry or distorted straight into the mix, and with a click track, of course. And yeah, I use FL Studio for that to record vocals and stuff. I just use Audacity. I already have basically on my mic right now. I have kind of stomped on it a little bit with a compressor that's always running in the background to make the mic sound better now that I've got a somewhat better microphone for doing all that. And then to do like keys and stuff, I have this, which is a nice little present I got for my birthday. And well, you can't even see it because that's right, I don't have video, but it's an Alesis V49 keyboard. And then I've got my little LTD awesome custom guitar. So that's kind of what I'm using for the music making stuff. And I'm terrible at describing all that because I don't want to sound like too big of a nerd.
I have to hear it every day.
Yeah, I never shut the fuck up about it. It's weird. It's talking about it on camera is one thing, and I get like awkward about it, and then I sound like some dipshit who doesn't know what he's talking about. But then to her, I'll fucking go about all this technical fucking production shit she doesn't understand because, you know, she's like into photography and into, you know, not music, so she doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's nice, dear.
That's nice, dear. Yeah, dear. Okay, dear. Yes, dear.
Such music. Such wow.
Very wow. Much music. Actually, Much Music is a real thing. It's Canadian VH1, basically. It's when Nicole Arbor was on, when she thought she was fucking famous. Bitch. Anyway. Anything else?
Let me go look. I'm going on to the easy. Oh,
Chonies!
Have you ever heard of the Irish sitcom Mr. Brown's Boys?
That would probably be something you'd know. Our sitcom Mr. Brown's Boys sounds like something.
All I've seen is Father Ted, and I recommend...
Father Ted is fucking funny.
Oh my god, go watch Father Ted.
Father Ted is fucking funny as shit. She showed me that once. Like, if you have ever heard of Father Ted.
Heck, ass, girls, gobshite. If you guys have ever watched Lord of the Rings and the old man that's in charge of the horse country, I can't remember. It starts with, it's another G word I never remember.
Gund. No.
Gund. But the guy, the old man that's in charge of the horse country, and I think it's in the second book where they're on their way to Mordor, and
taking the hobbits to Mordor.
You have the creepy old guy talking to the creepy kind of almost snake kind of like guy who is the consultant to the king, who's got him under a spell, and he looks like he's half dead. That guy is actually Father Jack Hackett that sits in the corner drunk as a stump, yelling, "Girls, gobshite!" and also all these other like insults. I gotta find it just so I can have it as a sound gif on here. Hold on. Oh, Father. If you ever get a chance to watch that. Unfortunately, they were about to do an In America series, but the guy who plays Father Ted had passed away of cancer.
Damn.
But I to this day...
Is that what Benny Hill died of?
I don't know.
Benny Hill was another English guy that was funny as fucking hell. He was cheesy funny, but he was funny.
I love when he...
Okay.
There's an episode where basically Father Jack Hackett hates rabbits, and Father Dougal gets this rabbit, and
they're all like pastors and shit.
They're all Catholic priests that have been banned to this island called Craggy Island because they were not able to give up their specific sins. So basically, Ted likes to smoke cigarettes. Father Dougal did not want to give up rollerblading, and Jack Hackett could not give up drinking, cursing, and all sorts of other things. And
I wouldn't make it very long as a priest at all. But, well, obviously,
there's an episode
wrong religion.
where they have the rabbit that's in the house. It is deathly afraid of rabbits, apparently. And one of the episodes where he's in his bed and he goes, "Them Japanese, damn hairy bastards!" It was a racist moment, but it was just like, it was hilarious because he's just sitting there like
it's one of those shows that pulls it off where it's funny. They're not trying to,
because the rabbits were always following him around. Yeah, I know, I'm being attacked on the feet. Oh, no, let go, it hurts, the pain.
Really? Really? Oh my god, what the fuck?
She was dragging me around. But it basically, he's in his bed and he gets his nightgown stripped off because he's also sleepwalking. And Bishop is coming over to examine what's going on. So it's I can't describe the episode. You have to just watch it. It is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a funny ass show. It really is.
And then Mrs. Doyle. Oh my god. I put a little cocaine. I mean, sugar in it. Have some tea, Father. Oh, now, come on, have your tea.
No.
Oh, God. Or like the car where he's taking the little mini hammer to the car, trying to get the dent out, and ends up totaling the car. That's for the raffle. The church gave him enough money to raffle off.
Am I a wrestling fan? I need to get back into watching more of it. I always say this, but I never do it. I mean, obviously when I was younger, back in the golden era, like late ass 90s, early 2000s and stuff. Yeah, I was a huge, huge fan. And I stopped watching, I guess. Let's see.
Cats don't like companion cubes.
No, our cat runs from our companion cube.
She's in a playful mood. This is not cool.
Is there any more? Because a lot of the other questions are just about Onision, and I don't really want to get into that. No offense to people asking about it. It's just I'm not right today.
Like we said earlier, to those people that came in late, the Onision stuff, it's kind of like you don't want to talk about it all the time.
No.
We don't even talk about it in our personal lives much. But like, oh, somebody sends him something, and it's just kind of like, oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. And it's really funny. For as much as you're famous over that, we've never ran into anybody who is an Onision fan or anything.
No, it's funny. It's like we've actually bumped into people who know me from my YouTube and stuff in real life, but like hardly have ever bumped into. We've only bumped into one person that we know who's actually a fan of that motherfucker. But out here, actually, when we go to we were going to go to lunch at Wild Wings, and there's actually somebody that I have as a fan that works there. And they messaged my Tumblr about it. I'm not gonna name names because I don't need like 1,000 people sending you mail. I don't think you want that either.
What is your opinion on the Crow movie that is supposedly coming out, and what is your opinion on the original Brandon Lee film?
I fucking love the original Crow film. I really hope that the remake that they're doing is handled well and is in line with James LeBar's original vision for the comic. Now, they did it really well, actually, the Crow movie from the comic. The movie kind of had like that 80s rocker sort of vibes, the artwork and stuff, especially with the way they, yeah, they did.
No, I said Giz.
Oh, I thought you said 80s. And I'm like, oh. But no, they had that kind of 80s rocker vibe, especially with the way they drew the Crow. So by the time that it was made around like 1993, 1994, you had this early 90s kind of goth grunge, industrial-ish kind of look and feel to everything that was very in line with the world that the film was then set in. Just the way the comic was as well. If they don't do that with the remake, then it's really going to fucking blow because let's fucking face it, Wicked Prayer sucked ass. And really the third Crow movie was made for TV. Like when I saw the Crow Wicked Prayer, I didn't know what the fuck to make of this. I was like, is this movie fucking serious?
I met Tara Reid.
Yeah, she actually met Tara Reid. But it's like, is the movie serious? Is it fucking satirical? What the fuck? Pick a damn tone. And, Eddie Furlong, why Tara Reid? Why the fuck anything was happening? Why? Okay.
As long as they go back to like close to City of Angels style, I'll be.
Oh God, that was great. I don't give a fuck. People panned that movie so bad, and it was so unjust.
That is one of my favorites. That one and
the visual style was great because you had like that gritty industrial edge to the first movie because it took place on the East Coast. It took place in what was it, Detroit or New Jersey?
No, it's supposed to be LA.
No, the first film. It took place way on the other side of the country. Because that's just that there's nowhere out in LA that looked anywhere like that.
I would say that looked like old New York and Brooklyn.
Yeah, somewhere like that. I thought it was like lower New Jersey or something. And then when they did City of Angels, well, I don't know. I never been to fucking New Jersey.
It would be like if you ever watched that one film with William Dafoe and the biker gang. That's all in Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
That's a badass movie. I know which movie you're talking about. He's a bad motherfucker. Willem Dafoe.
I haven't watched it.
But then when they did City of Angels, they did everything kind of the way that a dystopic LA would be. Because I mean, I've been there plenty of fucking times. I lived there for a short time. It is a shithole, but it is an interesting shithole because it is a congregation of other shitholes, kind of all like meshed together in this shithole that kind of works. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure you do. But basically, the way they stylized everything in City of Angels was really good. And I hate the fact that people thought it was kind of a shitty, they added it on, whatever. Now, I will admit the video game that came out for that movie, fucking awful. But literally, it's like 18 levels.
Come out to play.
Warriors was a good-ass movie. But and the game was good, too. But the City of Angels movie was awful. It's 18 levels of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's it. That's the whole fucking game. And you can barely even beat the shit out of people.
And Neurotic Nikki, Coda doesn't listen very well because she's not like Giz or Baby, but Coda doesn't.
Yeah, those are our other cats.
Coda doesn't listen well because of the fact that Coda has seizures. She hasn't had one in a long time. I've been talking with one of our one of my friends that's a vet, and they said to give her a little more protein in her diet, like actual protein.
Like fish and stuff.
Raw chicken, raw fish and stuff like that.
Not much, just a little bit, like a little nibbling. And
it's not bad for their diet because actually if you feed the cats only dry cat food, that doesn't help them. They're used to eating meat. Those murderers. But the thing is like it helps balance her out, and she doesn't listen all the time. So I try to be very loving and playful with her back, so that she knows I'm not angry at her. It's just I need to get her to stop.
Yeah. Well, this was a fun stream.
It was. It is 12:01.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get some sleepies. And the kitties are getting
yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up. But I would just like to give personal thanks to everybody that showed up for the stream.
Becky mean when she said she condemned using birth. No, I don't condemn using.
She doesn't. No, she didn't mean that she condemns people that use birth control.
No, I'm saying don't use like abortion as.
Basically, what she meant was when people that have like promiscuous sex all over the place have like abortion after abortion after abortion, as opposed to using contraceptives like condoms or birth control pills and stuff. Don't do that, okay? Because that's just. It's, you know, for one, it's fucking dangerous to your health. All right, to have abortion after abortion after abortion. But it's also, it's not good. I mean, you know, it's so fucking weird for me to say, because I know that a fetus doesn't fucking know it's alive. It doesn't. Anybody that says so is lying. Okay, but it's just, it's fucked up to just constantly go through that.
It knows it's at least
there's like a disassociation between the child and the mother, even on that sort of a level.
That's what I mean. Birth control is fine. It's one of those, when it comes for women and the pill, you really need to ask your doctor what you should take and if you should take it. And the reason why I say this, and please, he didn't take it with a grain of salt. When you take birth control, it's not just always for controlling birth. Sometimes it's for controlling weight issues, hormone issues.
Yeah, they treat more than one thing, believe it or not, even from side effects.
Sometimes hormones out of balance can cause you to have issues. So, like, some people will take birth control and it balances their weight out so that they lose weight. Some people take it and it helps them, you know, be able to grow a set of boobs. And, you know, that's some things that, you know, people take it for. Like one girl I knew, she took it because it balanced out her hormones. Otherwise, she would be profusely sick every day.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't condemn using birth control. I condemn using abortion as...
Yeah, just don't have abortion after abortion like 40 times in a row. There are people who do that shit and it's fucked up.
My thing is like, that's why... like
they don't care about the price being paid, in a sense. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not a pro-lifer, but it's just, it's a fucked up thing.
My thing is like I said, it's, you really need to be conscious of what your life choices are, because when you decide to bring another child, when you decide to bring another life into this world, you are responsible for that life. And, you know, giving it up for adoption is an option. But the thing is that child sometimes can get really damaged or hurt by those. And it varies from person to person how they're going to handle those situations. You shouldn't cookie cutter everybody into every situation. So that's why, like I said, that's where my point of view is. And sometimes, that might have gotten covered up because Stevie sometimes likes to talk over me.
No, I don't.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Companion cube.
Ow. Donations, please.
What?
I don't know.
You're mean. That's terrible.
I am terrible. Anyway, I do want to thank everybody for showing up to this stream. We're going to hop off now.
No, he doesn't.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I talk over people, huh? But no, thank you guys for showing up. I'm glad you guys enjoy the stream. We're going to try to do this more often in the future. So,
Cat sleep.
So until next time, until we do another one, thank you guys for showing up. Have a great night. And yeah, take it easy. I'm some guy on the internet. So are you. And she's some gal on the internet.
I'm a person.
Yep. She's a person on the internet. So are you. Take it easy. Ooh, that was not the right button I wanted to hit. Take it easy. Fuck it. We're doing it live.